And recording. Okay, so
now
last time
Oh,
on
it's not fucking
Saren
time.
Ray's Bays.
The bayest of bays. See, it's not so fun when everybody else does it, is it?
See, Ty?
Your fun is wrong.
See?
That's what
Your
you
fun
told
is
me.
wrong.
You let me. Your fun is wrong. It's the wrong kind of love. It's wrong love.
The last time I don't support pedophilia.
Whoa.
No one does.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
seriously.
Last time on the Redeeming Faith, four paladins of Saren Ray. 4chan. 4chan. Yeah.
Fortran following
It's
Saren Ray.
Yep. They're a
Should be
small
10D
party group.
4chan. 1D 4chan?
1D
20D 4chan?
4 paladins of Saren Ray, who at various points in their life have found the faith, lost it, or found it again, found themselves in a dreamlike state, visited by their patron. Saren Ray came forth to them in a dream in a temple and told them 3 simple words: Valandor, with haste. The 4 paladins rushed off as quickly as they could to Valandor, finding what could possibly be the oldest temple in the Saren Ray's faith. But what they didn't find there was any immediate issue. After some investigating, the biggest problem they had found was that the church seemed to be low on funds and struggling to feed and house the poor. Some of the paladins were kind enough to donate gold to assist with this, some a little bit more than they originally intended to, and eventually found sleep despite the not overly welcome demeanor of the keeper of the temple, Simnor. They awoke the next morning to the sounds of screams of that keeper, Simnor, attempting to kill Yandir. The party tried to intervene, and Simnor retaliated, and resulting in combat, in which he cast not only a fireball, but Blight, a very un-Saren Ray-like spell. After the battle, Simnor was killed, revivified, and then knocked unconscious due to his, I guess you could say, lack of cooperation with the investigation.
Fucking paladins.
At this point, the town guard stormed in, trying to find out what was going on. Through some ill-timed shape-shifting from Quildrith and the unconscious form of Simnor behind him, a general distrust fell from the guards about everyone involved, except for Richard, who seemed to just stand still and cooperate. After comparing stories from Yandir, Richard, and Zenevieve, they decided that it was best to place Simnor under arrest and carted him off out of the temple, leaving 4 guards to not only protect Yandir, but to ensure the party did not leave without the guards knowing. So at this point, Quildrith, you have just come back downstairs after putting on some pants. Zenevieve, I believe you had made some tea for Yandir, and which she is sipping with, under a bit of a shaking hand. You can hear the cup rattle. What would you guys like to do?
What am I doing? What have I been doing?
Yes.
You're still in bed, bro.
Vinove has not come downstairs yet, seemingly undisturbed in his sleep by the general ruckus downstairs.
248 years old. It'll happen.
But you can come downstairs whenever you'd like.
I'd like to cast
Okay.
Detect Good or Evil.
Okay. In general?
Yep, just using my Divine Sense.
Okay, 1 second here. Is that something you can just click and cast so I can read the description?
Let's see if it's on here.
I would like to still be slumped against this pillar, but have finished my tea.
It's not a spell or anything I can cast. The description is the presence of a strong evil registers to your senses like a noxious odor. Powerful good rings like heavenly music as your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until your next turn, you can know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you, if not behind, that is not behind total cover, and you'll know the type. And then within the same radius, you can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated as with the Hollow spell. You can use this feature 1 plus your charisma modifier per day. Or per long range.
Seeing that.
It's in... it's not detect good or evil. It's divine sense.
A divine sense. Damn. 'Cause I believe this was cast last time.
I don't know if anybody actually cast it. It should be under Paladin features.
Devil sense. Stand by, everyone.
It's alright, I'll take this as an opportunity to enter.
Perfect.
You hear large footsteps from down a hallway, and kind of a stumbling, clearly not fully awake in their gait as Vanove opens the door and enters the room. Now, what in God's name has been going on out here?
Well,
What?
and so that was the story of how Icarus stole the diamond from the pirates, and I had to run pantsless away.
I'm sorry. Did you say?
She's at a table on the other side of the
Well,
room, just telling you.
technically they were around my knees, but you know, it's funny, right?
That's terribly unfortunate.
Hello.
Oh.
But it's funny.
I start
hello?
moving towards the table. I don't know where I am in the room, so.
Stairs on the left.
Yes. So you're
Well, his token is kind of
up here.
His token's in the top
Sorry,
left.
I'll move you. There you are.
Oh, hey, there I am. Then where's this table? Oh, you're at the circular table. Okay, cool. These guards gonna hassle me at all?
As you move past them, they kind of give you the look.
He's the one I
Warning.
warned you about. He's the one I warned you about.
People are being warned about me now. Fantastic.
Yes, Captain's orders. We ask that you remain in the temple until he returns, sir.
Have I done something wrong?
No, we're just conducting an investigation.
Vanove will fill you in a minute.
Very well. I will
Quildrith,
go join my companions.
you open your senses, trying to seat yourself into this building and block out everything else. The voices, the old Vanove stumbling down the stairs and arguing with guards a little bit. Although it beat it a little
Am
bit
I
friendly.
being detected?
Oh no, that's already
God, you
happened.
sound exactly like the
Yeah, we're not doing
changeling.
that again. Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
You reach out with your senses, and you detect nothing in your immediate vicinity. You feel a holy presence in the temple, but nothing that would stand out as evil or desecrated.
Yes, but Lucky would have been keeping the diamond. Somehow that got lost in the chase too.
You're kidding.
Well, you know. At least I didn't trip. Normally I trip.
No, he doesn't have any like hiding spots, does he? I know ferrets are famous for that sort of thing.
Oh, it depends on the location. Sometimes he'll find a little hidey hole where the last one, it was under the stove.
Under the stove. Huh. You should see if
I
you can
don't know
train him
how-
to hide it somewhere in your pack, your belongings.
Oh, he's done that too. That's why I've had to run a lot.
Oh no.
Because people think I meant it.
And at
when
this
it
point,
was
Yondir
his fault.
drops her tea, spilling it all over the table, and just breaks into tears.
Oh,
Dear?
oh,
Oh, no need to cry. I promise I'm friendly. I sit down and put a hand on her shoulder.
I just don't understand it. He's been so kind to me most of my life. I don't understand. Why would he try to kill me?
It might
well,
not
it doesn't seem like he was himself.
But you've cast Greater Restoration. Saren Ray's light should have pulled that out of him.
be. If it's something Greater Restoration can heal. There are
I mean,
things
look
beyond
at
that,
me.
like possessions and very other things that Greater Restoration will not have an effect on. Unfortunately,
Curses like mine, those are restoration proof, it
just-
seems. So they're a thing.
If that's the case, I don't know what would do this to him.
You should. I hate to be that guy to say this, but you should consider what may have caused him in these... If he were to actually turn non-magic, nothing else, what do you think has been in making him angry lately? What changes have you seen? You really need to think about this before we dive straight into magic.
Well, I'm not sure. There's nothing been terribly out of the ordinary. As I discussed with you, and she points to Quildrith, the church has been light on funds.
Do you think the city's lack of faith is contributing to his own? Has he complained about anything more than usual? Have you been more acutely aware of this need for coin to continue operation than you have in the past?
He has stressed in the last few years how important it is to do good works, as the faith in the masses' faith in the church has been fading. But if anything, it's just driven his faith more.
Well, I mean, Richard did mention a book. Maybe we should check that out, or,
There's a book.
Well, there was a black mark on his chest. You missed this, because you were... What were you doing? Were you asleep?
Yes.
Here's the rundown. He had a black mark that was, like, spreading out from his chest, and he started acting very much not like himself. He sounded like a heretic. He was screaming about the only way and how it must be done.
Well,
Screaming about the truth.
Yes, not telling the lies anymore.
Yeah, so I honestly think it's something magical, cursed,
I'm telling you, it's alchemy.
They're turning something to gold.
Richard, you're the one who mentioned the book. Do we have a chance to go into
Yes.
room and check?
I could show you to his study.
It might help us figure out what went wrong.
Splendid idea. Lead the way.
Okay, and she stands up and she actually starts to try to pick up the tea that she'd spilt and the little bits of mug.
I've got it, don't worry.
Oh, okay. And
I'll catch
not
up.
really sure what to do, she takes the broken pieces of the cup with her and she walks upstairs.
If you could stop us by coffee on the way there, I would
here's some
say no to a cup.
We have some tea
I have
available.
extra tea.
Okay, tea's fine. Thank you.
It has a fairly strong caffeine content.
Yeah, I know how to make my tea. I mean, I need lots of caffeine. Usually. So I've got to be on my toes.
I'm gonna
See, the
slowly
poor
get
girl
up from my
suffering from
slumped position on this
Anxiety and PTSD, a shitload of caffeine.
Alright, I guess we're moving.
Quite the combo.
So she walks up the stairs, and at the top, she kind of stops, staring down the hallway towards the rooms that you guys had spent the night in. Zenevieve, you'd recognize this direction as the hallway that you also chased Simnor down before he bolted a door between you and him.
Oh, yes, I remember this last night. I know where it is. He slammed the door in my face. You see...
I'm so sorry. It's so unlike...
Well, he was polite on the other side of it. He just wanted his own personal
I would like to say that's unlike him, but I don't know anymore. And she kind of just...
Well, to be fair, it was after the changeling was harassing him about the book.
Oh.
Fair. That was fair. He was already upset, but he was polite to me. And, to make up for it, I think.
So she
Let's
walks down the hall and stops short of the door. Goes to open it, and I don't I'm sorry, and she kind of like tries to put her shoulder into it. I think it's locked.
Don't exert yourself. Trust me, we can get that open fairly easily. If you really want to.
Should not be a problem, actually.
Pretty sure the large one here.
Oh, well, I was gonna ask if we
no,
had a lockpick before I destroy this door.
I do have a
That's fair.
lockpick, actually.
Please don't break the door. We don't exactly
We
have the
can't
money to
afford to
repair
replace
it.
it anyway.
If the door has to be broken, I will replace it.
Look at this guy.
I do
Very
have
nice of you. Very
do-
nice.
I do have some lockpicks. Just gonna throw that out there.
Give it a shot before
Try it
I...
first.
Last thing I need is to put my shoulder out. Please.
Lockpick first, destruction later if
Go
necessary.
ahead and roll
Yeah,
a
that
check
sounds
with your
prudent.
thieves' tools if you're going to pick that lock, please.
Pick that lock!
So Quildrith kneels by the door, kind of examining it for a second, and as he inserts his thieves' tools into it, you almost immediately hear a click. And the
Easy.
door
Alright then.
swings open just ever so slightly.
Before anyone goes in, can I check for traps?
Sure, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Ooh,
Never trust a maniac.
You guys
my-
are all really like sketchy.
That's our connection.
Oh, okay.
Our internet's being weird. Just keep going.
Holy shit! I only have a +1 to that.
Ooh, that's, I mean,
I don't even
19's a lucky roll though, I guess.
Alright.
You spend some time scanning the door, and there seems to be no mechanical traps.
Well, nothing. Magical traps I can't say for, but nothing mechanical here.
Well... Go on.
It's okay. We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you
Oh,
fine.
Oh, I couldn't hear him.
Oh, word. Okay.
Well, he typed it.
I actually could hear him typing it.
I heard him typing it as well.
I think he's in.
It might just
Oh,
be
hey.
the inbound connection then.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
my
Hear you.
my roll 20 froze there for a second too, so it might have been roll 20.
It wasn't just roll 20. Twitch froze
Oh,
as
shit,
well.
okay.
Some internet related.
Yeah, I'm choose to.
Keep going. I'm just gonna restart our router real quick. It'll take like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Well, Vinove, we've had a little excitement for the morning. Would you be the first?
Oh, I suppose I can, given the evening's events. I slowly take a step into the room.
So you open the door with a slow,
I kind of jump back.
and it stops against the wall. And you see before you a small room laden with books and papers and quills and just
It's
everything
quite
that
lovely,
you would
actually.
expect from a small personal library or a study.
This is fantastic. I walk over to the chair, pick up the book in it, take a seat, start thumbing through it. Any idea what books he'd like to read? Is there anything he'd been particularly excited about recently?
TJ, what languages do you speak?
Oh God, I speak Abyssal, Common, Elvish, Giant.
Okay, so you
Hey, wait, here we go. Bam! Abyssal, Common, Elvish, Giant, Slavin.
Sylvan.
Sylvan. All right.
Slavins!
I'm glad you clicked on that then. So you pick up this book and you actually recognize that language is Sylvan. Thumbing through it a little bit, and you realize that it's talking about how to properly prepare the earth for certain herbs and plants during what particular seasons, and it goes on to speak about how to best water them and in what amounts.
I kind of.
For Gardner, was he?
Are you asking Yandir?
Yeah.
I don't know. He takes in a lot of books in order to translate them as a means of income for the church.
Ooh,
That's quite nice.
I know how I can make some coin if ever I need.
He's
book under the
honestly
table.
been the only reason we've been able to eat these last few years.
I kind of start taking a look. I also enter the room and start casually looking for anything with a cover that I can read. I do common, infernal, and undercommon.
Go ahead and click your language proficiency, and then roll a
I don't know what it in.
proficient or an investigation, please.
Hold on, let me see
I'm
what the
gonna sit
language
down
is.
in this chair and then search the desk.
Okay. Like the drawers or what's on it? have
What's
one
on it,
language.
and then I'll do a separate one for the drawers, probably.
You said investigation.
Yes, investigation, please. Yes. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Oh,
Can I
okay.
take 20 on this?
Can you take what?
Take
I
20
take
is
20 for it to take
not
a little while longer, but to be super thorough.
Take 20 would no longer be a thing in 5e.
Oh, it's not.
No,
Oh,
taking you can probably the closest thing would be asking to be extra careful to maybe get advantage.
Could I be extra careful and slow, methodical, and old to
Well, we're-
get?
We're gonna take
Okay.
care of that first roll. Are you guys back?
Yeah, what happened?
Okay, so you guys open the door. Vinove and Quildrith have started looking through the books. Are you guys in the small study room?
Yes.
Okay.
We're all in the room.
Yes. Vinove found a book sitting on a chair right about here. Speaking about gardening. Ty, your investigation check. Yes, written in Sylvan. Your investigation check, you find a book speaking of a history of a small sect of Duragar. It goes into detail about how it broke from its society to follow a deep-diving mithril vein. About 3/4 of the way through the book, it begins to talk about complications with the mining efforts and suddenly stops. Vinove, your investigation.
Can I get advantage on that by being old, slow, and thorough?
I will take that first investigation roll in regards to the drawers, because you said you were doing those first.
Okay.
So you open the drawers and you find a bunch of quills, small little jars of what appear to be ink, spare parchments, blank, some of it folded, some of it rolled. And in the very bottom drawer, you find a book that appears to be some kind of ledger.
Okay.
Can I do an investigation check as well?
Yes. What area specifically are you investigating?
The one on the left where I'm standing.
Where was I investigating? I forgot to, just so I can put my... Am I back here?
For that, I was going to put you right there.
Perfect.
Okay. So you're investigating this bookcase.
Can I look at the last page of the ledger before we get too far away from it?
Sure. So your last page of the ledger, and you're looking at it without too much context. It seems to mainly involve the cataloging of intake of gold and expenditures, mostly relying on food, some small repairs. It says, small notes as statue, repair 20 gold, food supplies for the week, two people, 10 gold, and at the very end of the ledger, the last several entries say there's a total that says 14 gold, and then the last entry says 532 gold.
Well, hello.
That's what we gave him.
Oh, you gave him money?
Yes. Yes, I did.
You went insane immediately.
No, I gave the church money.
I think I did, what was it, 100? 118? Or was that 318?
And you hear Yondir kind of piping up from out in the hallway. It was 118.
Oh, okay. I can count on occasion. So I'm gonna investigate to the left of me.
Roll that investigation. Okay. And what languages do you speak?
What languages do I speak?
Okay, so you find a book written in a language you recognize as Elvish, and it's written like a self-help book, detailing on negotiation tactics, shaking a firm hand grip, and always making sure that you're the last one standing when sitting down in a meeting.
Powerboat.
Exactly.
How to meet friends and influence people. Oh, I love this
Pretty
one.
much, but in Elvish.
One of the influence elves.
One of the last
And I get
chapters involves, if you fail in your negotiations, just wait until they die and try again with the successor.
I close the book and I'm just like, oh, I think I can have that privacy. Okay, nothing.
Just curious, do you know where these books came from? If we were to choose a specific one, would you know who donated it?
Well, they're not really donations. They're usually brought in by individuals, and yes, commissions.
Commissions. Would you know the individuals commissioning these?
Not really, due to our infrequency with with being available for it, usually people leave the book and then pay for the translation when they pick it up a few weeks later.
And do they usually take the original with them?
Yes.
Okay.
But not always. We do have a few that were left.
Would you know which ones that were left and not for translation? Like the ones that he would consider his library?
I don't know. I don't spend much time in here.
Very well.
It says here there was a statue repair. Is that anything of note?
Oh yes, one of the statues down in the main temple. There was a small crack that formed in the blade of the sword that it held during a thunderstorm, and we had a mason come in and correct
It's okay to say no, dear girl.
You never know. It could have been an evil storm. I kind of smile.
Sort of
I don't
deity,
know,
maybe.
I don't know what you're looking for. I'm just
Oh
trying
no,
to-
it is just anything strange. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pressure
You
you.
didn't happen to catch the book he was translating last night. I think that's what we're kind of looking for.
I believe it had a red cover.
Red cover, everyone.
Search
Okay,
the.
I'm gonna relook.
So,
This is. Oh fuck me.
Roll it at advantage, Vinove.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can I get investigation rolls from everyone that's currently looking at advantage?
oh,
you go.
son of a
Advantage.
bitch.
You
go-
roll everything with disadvantage.
only when
Oh,
she
wait.
crits.
oh no.
So Jess, I'm actually gonna have you roll it one more time at normal.
Alright, so I get to minus an unlucky point.
Yes.
Hey, you're down. You only have one left for the day.
No, I don't.
Good
Yeah.
work.
No, we started over.
No, you
Wait.
rolled a crit in the combat, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's right. Oh
You're-
shit, I forgot to do that. Whoops.
So
Okay.
you
Alright. So let's go with I'm no bad at looking for things. But I noticed individual
rapier.
things, but oh, there we go.
okay.
Oh.
So it's a 3. There.
Yes,
so
these are
let's see
books.
here.
I'm just
These
leaning
are
against the
books.
doorway.
Genevieve, you find a bunch of scrolls
Some porn.
that you're not really sure what they say.
I
Quildrith,
just pick them.
you find a book. Let's see here. Where are your language proficiencies?
It's in
Just Infernal and Undercommon?
yeah, uncommon.
Okay.
I speak regular.
You find a book that you're not really sure what it says, but it has a red cover, and you're not quite sure of the language.
Anybody speak whatever it says here? And I kind of point to the binding and kind of hold it up to Vinove, thinking he's the most likely.
And Vinove, you find another red book, whose language you recognize as Infernal.
I've found one as well. Sorry. What did you have for me? Ty, what's Ty's book?
So Quildrith shows you the book, and you recognize the title as Abyssal.
Oh,
Well,
it says Abyssal.
We have 2 books here written in Abyssal. One with a red cover here on the desk, and one found by our friend Quildrith.
I can read the other one if you can.
I can't
Oh,
read it, so
I-
I just hand it over to you.
Alright, so I
There
take
we
it.
are. I'll thumb through this, see if I can find anything
I'll
interesting.
look through this one too.
Now be careful with that. Sometimes these have spells, or just reading them can drive you quite insane. So, it's just,
So Genevieve,
Uh-oh.
I need you
Oh shit!
to
Read the book.
listen how I about what this book's about. So you read the book, and it seems to be the journal of someone. Pouring through it, it seems very driven. It speaks a lot of alchemy and experimentation with magics, primarily delving into necromancy. Towards the end, as you're flipping through it, you realize that this is the journal of a beholder and his attempts to become immortal.
So he's been reading Xanatak.
Oh my. I'm reading a heretical journal. That kind of, wow, that's a little similar. What do you got?
What kind of heretical?
So
That's not something
From a
every day.
That sounds
What do
fantastic.
you have?
You know, I would pay good money to read that. Just throwing that out there.
Do translate if you ever do. I'm quite interested myself.
Beholder trying to become immortal. Now that's a scary thought. Wow.
That is
So-
actually kind of terrifying.
Vinove. I need you. So, you recognize this book, or you recognize the text in this book. It is a red book with a strange symbol on the front. The title across the binding of the book is Redemption's Folly.
Okay, we've got Redemption's Folly, everyone.
Now, that
Let's
sounds quite heretical.
Oh,
yes, let's take a little
careful.
gander inside. Can I detect any evil? Does the book feel weird at all to me?
Are you casting a spell? Or are you just looking at it?
be really careful. Last time I found something named Folly, I lost an eye. So
You know, I think I'm just going to. Yeah, we're just gonna.
yeah, just to be safe.
Yeah.
Wait, how did you...
I close my eyes and concentrate.
You close your eyes and specifically concentrate on this book to divine its sense, to divine its nature of good or evil. And very quickly, this is a dark book. This is a book whose origins are steeped in pure evil.
Well, I wouldn't say it's evil. I would say it's pure evil.
Oh my goodness.
Does it look like it's going to bite your hand when you touch the cover?
Just about. I don't know if we should read it, but I would hazard a guess that this is what's driven our man insane. You girl, do you remember?
Yes.
No, not you, the other girl. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Well, I
you're
mean, I
still
wouldn't be
still
a
from the
girl, I'm
hallway.
a woman, but
Sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Yandir?
Don Deere, of course. Young deer, there it is. So, do you happen to remember who dropped this book with you? Where it's from?
No, as I said before, most of our books are just left in the temple, and
Left?
payment is received upon the translation when they come to pick it up a few weeks later.
Payment! Fantastic! I go back to the ledger and start looking for anything involving a red-covered book or books.
Roll an investigation check.
well, I mean, we could
Damn.
have somebody very wise try to read this.
I
So looking at this ledger, you're able to gain from the fact there's little notes that are not always easy to read, but during some of the more middle ground payments, 20, 30 gold, there's no name. It just simply states something along the lines of Elvish, 20 gold, 3 weeks. Elvish, 20 gold, 2 weeks. Dwarven, 30 gold, 3 weeks.
Nothing about Infernal?
The last entry of Infernal dates back over a year ago, and it was 1 week for 15 gold.
I do have one transaction here for Abyssal. Looks to be about a year old. Yondir, has this been going on for about a year, you'd say?
We've been... what's the book translations? He's been doing them for years now.
This dear fellow's loss of good humor, we'll say.
Oh, Simno's change? I would say only a week, maybe 2.
2 weeks. Okay. That makes this useless. I put the ledger back in the drawer and close it.
Well, can I just... Okay.
Maybe we could read the book.
Well,
Oh, okay. I flip it open.
Okay.
what...
Oh god.
I get ready to cast Hold Person just in case.
Okay.
It's quite
so again,
evil.
the title of this book is Redemption's Folly. The text
I
is
went
not.
over curiously.
Do you read Infernal?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so
Abyssal
you're
Infernal.
you're following along with him as it's a slow and difficult read. It does not read like a standard book or even a journal, more like the scrambled notes of a madman. Again, that text is difficult to read, often not even following any direct thought line, but things that seem to be repeated through the book are mentions of an entity called Ulgameth and his aspirations to rise through the ranks in hell.
Do we recognize this name?
You two roll a history check.
Okay. Bam! I was probably there.
Vinove, you recognize this name a bit. The name, as far as you can remember, belongs to a pit fiend that, last you heard, had powerful aspirations.
Well, it's been a moment since I've heard of the name. Last I remember hearing.
You
Quite
can
the future ahead of him.
Who? What are you talking about?
This demon here. He was a fighter, I tell you what. Rising through the ranks. Now, it's been a while since I've kept track of any of that, mind you. But, perhaps we have an opportunist at the gates.
Oh my. Well, why would this affect him? Like, you said it has the feeling, but why did it affect him?
What was the demon's name
I
again?
don't think we're at the meat and potatoes.
Oh, you wouldn't know, Ty. They would have to tell you.
No,
Sorry.
just for player notes.
What happened?
What
Ty's
is-
asking the name
What's
of
the
it.
name of this entity you're speaking of?
Olgameth.
Olgameth?
Olgameth. Olgameth. Olgameth.
Does it say anywhere in there why it's a folly? Redemption, that is.
Do you continue reading?
Yes, I continue reading.
Okay. Vinove, do you as well? Or?
Yeah, me too.
Jesus Christ.
The book goes on to speak about the corruptions of Oathbreakers and their true calling being found with Olgameth. There are mentions of a deal with Despater, there are mentions of a deal between Despater and Olgameth, and a confusing passage that briefly mentions Asmodeus. The last text,
Christ.
the
We're
last text
unholy.
that is readable is "Faith's failure shall reshape the hells," and the rest just devolves into rambling scribbles and the text that shifts from language to language and just too jumbled to read.
And I just got the chills.
And I need you two to make a wisdom saving throw.
Fucking do it!
Wisdom
Alright, how do I do that? Just hit
saving throw.
wisdom from the saving throw section?
Correct. Okay. So you both
No, fuck.
are able to you focus really hard and you get this almost mind-numbing headache, and then
Oh,
actually, sorry, hold on, I gotta. Yeah, you're fine.
Jeez.
You actually managed to read the text a little bit further, and the strain on your eyes feels like a small burning, like a small flame has been lit behind your skull.
fuck.
The text goes on to
You okay?
further describe.
Hell, my eyes just not great.
Maybe stop?
The headache. But we gotta figure this out.
You're able to start reading the jumbled text, and it goes on into further detail describing Olgameth. It describes him as a pit fiend that has spent the last 100 years trying to carve out a new layer of hell for himself.
Pit fiend, 100 years, been trying to carve out hell. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna take a moment here. I slide the book away from me. Blink.
Zenevieve, do you continue to read?
Yeah.
Careful now, if you're understanding that writing, something's not right.
The text mentions a contract between Asmodeus and Olgameth to accomplish this, but it does
Amadeus?
not provide Asmodeus.
Asmodeus. Okay.
Odie.
And Olgameth to accomplish this, but it doesn't provide any detail. It goes to give more detail on the dealings between Olgameth and Despater, however, and that Olgameth was granted permission by Despater to found the city of Altar within the second layer of hell.
Oh,
Permission to fight. Hey, say that one more time. To found.
Despater gave Olgameth permission to found the city of Altar in the second layer of hell. Altor.
Altar in second of hell, and they hear me just like mumbling, like really creepily. Just
So, city in hell?
And I need you to make
an
one more
altar?
wisdom saving throw. There's one last line of this text, and as you read it, your eyes naturally close, and you just can't seem to focus on it. It escapes you, and you're unable to read it further.
I push it away, and I'm like, okay, so this Olgameth dude, he and Asmodeus had, he got permission, to work on a contract, and then Olgameth and Despater gave Olgameth permission to found the city of Altor in the second layer of hell.
I notice you're closing your eyes quite a lot.
As you say this, you hear you see the words almost burned into the back of your eyelids. Faith's failure shall reshape the hells.
Faith's failure shall reshape the hell.
Oh dear.
As you say this out loud, all four of you feel this burning sensation on your chest, like a small fire has been lit underneath your clothing and armor.
Oh, motherfucker.
I get hit with a fucking fireball again.
I immediately like pull aside my clothes to see it.
Whoa!
You
Shit. Well, my character's oblivious.
wow.
She's freaking out.
That was
amazing.
That was perfect. Unintentionally in character.
Whoa.
I need you.
definitely
Also,
intentional.
completely
Totally.
intentionally Jessica.
I need everyone to roll a perception check.
Perception.
Those are boobs. Nope.
Yay! Oh,
There we go.
And okay, perception. So Richard and Genevieve, you look down at this mark on Genevieve's chest, and it looks familiar. It is a dark black burn mark, as if the
I have
skin
my
has been
hands-
cracked by flame.
I have my hands raised and I'm looking away like, oh
But
no.
it's small. It's only about this big, and it's directly over her heart.
Seeing her as I pull open my own chest
shit.
and try to shapeshift it away.
You open your clothing and you look and you see the same mark. And what shape are you taking?
I'm just trying to change it back to its normal shape, like to cover it like I do my scars.
The skin shifts in its normal fashion as it would to change shape, but the mark remains.
That's not good.
Oh. Damn, that means I probably...
I'm just going to
Take
go
out-
with the fact that I'm fucked because I'm wearing plate and I'm not going to bother removing all this shit again today.
So, is anybody else thinking that if Faith's failure shall reshape the hells means we are marked? Means we're already marked. Oh, I won't. Okay.
That's fair.
That
that's fair.
FFSHRA. If the saying. Does anybody else worried that Faith's failure means us, and if we fail, the hells are reshaped? So this is now something we must not fail.
It
but-
could be
Can I do
something
an
good.
insight check?
I think this was more just an accursed trap.
What are you insight checking, Genevieve?
I'm trying to like finagle whether or not it's not Faith's failure, but Saren Ray's failure.
Can I? Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't think that would be an insight check. That would be more.
I'm just gonna say it out loud then.
Okay.
Well, what if it's Saren Ray? What if Saren Ray fails?
Well, if
What
we
if
are
this
her,
was her purpose?
if we are her avatars in this, then it would be our failure, would it not?
Oh shit! Of course I cursed myself with something else.
You cursed all of us with something else, if it makes you feel any
That's
better.
very true. You did curse all of us.
I mean,
Ow.
all four right down the line.
I mean,
You
we're,
could say
we're
it was
in
fate.
this.
You dreamt it and brought you to me. So it brought you unlucky cursed stuff.
Well,
Hey,
actually,
girl
Sunray.
outside, how do you feel at the moment?
Yeah.
And Yondir. Sorry. I should have
Look in your robes.
prepared.
You see a black mark in your robes.
Yondir walks into the room and she has.
I'm going to actually block the doorway of her walking in the room.
Oh, so you prevent her from walking in the room?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, do you shut the door or just physically blocking her?
Just physically blocking.
Oh,
For your own safety, I suggest not actually coming in.
We're trying to find out who's cursed.
I
Who
don't
else?
Did you just feel a burning sensation on your chest?
Don't lie.
know.
Oh.
Why would I lie?
Check your robes anyway.
I hate to say it, but this is not something we can take someone's word on, considering its effect. Genevieve, would you mind checking her?
Yeah. I'll go check.
Also,
Female to
Genevieve, you could probably put your shirt back on.
Oh God. Okay.
It's okay, I grow some boobs to make her feel better. And
That's weird.
kind of laughed and make her go away.
Oh, that was no.
Roll for weirdness.
Okay.
I think I got a nat 20 on that one. Hold on, let's see.
Yondir looks.
Yeah, 19.
Jesus. Yeah, that's about right. Yondir looks confused and a little, and she kind of
Just
kind of
pull your
holds her
robes up just
hands
a little bit.
up and kind of presses her robes closer to her. I don't
No,
understand.
I don't need
what
to see nipple.
What are you asking? I don't.
I don't need to see any nipple. I just need to see if you have a black mark in the center of your chest or your heart. So just
Roll a
move them
persuasion
aside.
check.
It'll all be okay.
Yay.
Get even.
She's hesitant. She kind of looks at you and looks at the others in the room, and
She made your
Can-
tea.
I turn
you
around.
Can trust
Can
her.
we-
So I'm not looking. I turn
and
around. so-
she leans in towards Genevieve and can we go to another room?
Yeah, we can. That's fine.
She walks down the hall to the room that you actually stayed in over the night.
Genevieve,
and-
before you go, quick rule.
Yeah.
And I cast Sanctuary on her. Just in case.
Okay.
Can you click that so I can see the spell, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I was trying to do a history check on the mark. I just couldn't figure out how to work it in naturally.
Oh, okay. Well, as they walk down the hall, go ahead and roll that history check, please.
I already did. It's a 14.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, there it is. It doesn't seem you don't recall any stories involving a mark, a burn mark that was
can I
passed
look at that?
beyond.
Because I can't see my own underneath all this goddamn armor.
Oh, I'm
Maestro
Fully
Soriaf, you
armored
can take a look at
myself.
mine here. And I kind of pull mine aside.
Changeling has you covered.
Really wish he didn't.
Sorry.
Do I recognize anything?
I just wish that those breasts would go away.
Well, they're gone. They've been gone. They'll never get out of your mind's eye, I'm afraid, though.
I will ask if I recognize anything about this and let you choose whatever role you want me to do.
Make a history check.
I kind of lean back and like,
Oh no
if
shit.
you need to do some more research for the perfect boob formation, you really don't have it down.
You're not wrong.
You think back on it, trying to remember some of the teachings that you've had throughout your time at the church, and nothing comes to mind. Genevieve, you reach the other room
kick
with
my-
Yondir, and sorry, what was that, Brandon?
I kick my feet up on this goddamn table. It's not like there's anything important here right now.
You topple over a few books and scuffle a few papers and knock over an
Oh,
inkwell.
we're already fucked.
That seems unnecessary.
The inkwell
Are you
spills
sitting on my
over one of the
lap?
filled out.
I'm sitting in this chair.
Then I'm sitting in this chair.
Never mind. None of it gets
Sitting in
knocked
my
off.
lap.
No notes are ruined. So Genevieve, you reach the other room, and Yondir begins to try and move her robes in a fashion that will show you. And she shows you, like her.
Yeah, show me the
area.
goods.
So I lean forward and I look down, and what do I see?
You see no mark.
Oh.
Oh, those are. You're good.
She
You're
quickly
good.
like covers up. And walks out of the room and back to the study, kind of. I guess the word would be terse.
So she's
Sorry,
looking.
sorry. You're good. You're good. She's good, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So we're
really
looking
good.
for one of these. I show her the burn mark on me.
Yondir stays where she is, kind of tucked into this corner here, and kind of looks, and that looks like the one on Simnor.
Do you know what it is? So you have seen this before?
It was all over the fucking guy.
Yes. No, I'm.
It was spreading.
I wasn't sure if she'd seen it before that day, before today.
I'd never seen it before today.
Okay.
Well, maybe
Did you ever hear him?
it got
cry
worse
out?
as his face worsened. I don't know. Maybe he lost faith.
Says his face worsened.
Faith.
I don't know. My faith has never wavered, but I too.
Well,
think
I
it
mean, I'm surprised this
Okay.
thing isn't spreading like a burn on me. So I'm not sure if that's it. Maybe he read too far into the book.
It's possible.
Did you find the book?
Yes.
Yes, we did, and you are not touching it.
What did it?
Do not
No.
touch it, Yandere.
In fact,
What
let's
did it
see.
speak of?
I touched the cover of the book and cast
For even us. Okay. While he's doing
Glyph
that,
of Warding. Oh my god.
Oh my God! Jesus, Cliff of Warding.
Casting time is 1 hour.
I start casting Glyph of Warding.
You stop.
It's
no,
hot.
he said he
He starts casting. Okay.
So I actually don't wish to share these with you, for merely hearing the words and not reading the book is what caused some of us to be marked. I do not
But
wish
it did
to
talk
share
about
the-
demons,
Yes, that is all you need to know.
and they're fighting for stuff.
Just a clarification for everyone here. There is a difference between demons and devils. And the
Yeah,
book
it's
speaks of
devils,
devils.
yeah. Devils, they're devils, not demons. My part.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think this is what Saren Ray sent us here to do. But what we do after, I don't know.
Hopefully live.
Oh my God,
Just throwing it
TJ,
out
you're
there.
gonna have to give
Maybe-
me the Cliff Notes version of that fucking spell.
Basically, he guards it against people fucking with it.
Okay.
I set a glyph on it that I can explode at any time into the direction outward from the glyph, so it won't damage whatever it's on.
It's a booby trap.
Yeah.
So it
I
blows the
booby
face off
trapped
of whoever tries to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, whenever it's not whoever reads it. It's when I trigger it. So
What's
it's
your
like
trigger?
the book. I think I just think about it.
So
The spell
can-
activates under certain circumstances according
Yeah.
to physical characteristics.
So basically, he sets conditions where it doesn't trigger, and anything that is not that condition triggers it. And TG, you have to choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage. And anything that breaks that has to make a saving throw.
Thunder. Thunder's holy.
And,
Is it?
Technically, that'd be right.
No, but you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
you get
Let's
hit
do
by
radiant
thunder.
damage though.
Is that an option? I don't think
Radiant-
that's an option.
Radiant isn't an option. Fire would
Oh,
be the
so
closest thing
thunder.
for Saren Ray, because Saren Ray is a sun god.
Stand by.
I'm gonna do cold because I feel like cold damage can't end a result of the book being destroyed.
Smirt. Fucking smirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so they make a saving throw, a dexterity saving throw equal to TJ. What's your spell casting modifier?
16.
So it's a DC 16 dexterity saving throw, not to be hit by the glyph exploding outwards.
Sweet.
15,
16.
16. And what was the damage chosen?
It was cold, so it wouldn't damage anything else in the library as much as like fire or lightning or acid.
48.
It was
What level did you cast it at?
3.
3.
so at third level is that's the lowest, so it'll be 5d8.
5d8.
And that's how TJ accidentally killed that poor girl.
And what was the trigger?
This.
No, he has to choose what doesn't trigger it. Anything else
What?
triggers it. Yeah.
No, you decide what triggers the glyph when you cast the spell.
No, it's so if you look, it says
It says right here, you decide what.
you can also set condition for creatures that don't trigger the glyph, such as those who say a certain password.
Oh, okay. So what triggers and does not trigger the glyph?
So I let everyone know, if ever you need to open this in the future, you must whisper the words, Nove the Great.
Get to tell that to the guard captain when he comes back.
We're not giving the guard captain a book of this
my God.
magnitude and insanity.
I didn't say good.
They would read it immediately.
I'm saying don't let the guard captain fucking die. That would be bad for all of us.
Oh, of course, I don't want anyone to die.
But we should go talk to Simnorg.
As you're casting this, Yondir
Right.
just yells out, "What did the book say? I want to know what brought the man that raised me into madness to the point to kill me."
I shut the door.
Devil's tongue.
Wait,
Can
we're
convince you to do anything.
not quite sure yet, to be honest.
What language was it written in?
Infernal.
Madness.
I have to ask them because I didn't know.
Oh, sorry.
So it is written in the language of devils. The thing is, merely hearing about it is what caused a curse similar to what afflicted him to afflict us. It is not that we don't wish to share this information with you. It is not that we are keeping it from you. It is that we wish to spare you from whatever is happening to us currently.
But
If you wish to
however,
take this burden, I will not take it away from you. I will not deny you your chance at information, but I would stress that you know the consequences of knowing. And also, now marked, we do not know who of any of us we can trust. And if you are the one that we can remain to have trust in, you can help us know which of us to continue to trust.
I think we should talk to Simnor now. I mean,
Roll
I
a
might be able
persuasion
to
check.
Convince him. I might be able to convince him that he could talk to us now that we've been enlightened. Quote. And I use quotey hands.
So Yondir looks at Quildrith and pauses for a minute and Simnor raised me. And if that book holds any means to help him, then I feel it is my burden as an adopted daughter and possibly the keeper of this Temple of Sarenrae to battle it.
Very well.
And she holds out her hand.
Who wishes to burden the poor girl?
Oh,
For I know not
Oh,
the exact words it
I'm not
says.
sure.
You must convince them to tell you, my dear. I was
Question.
only letting you know of the danger. I gotta go.
Question.
Yes, Richard.
What if she is told, but far away from the goddamn book?
We can tell her what the book says without cursing her, I feel. Us reading
I-
the
I
exact
would-
words, I believe,
I would
is
tell her what the
causes
book
us.
says, but I would also get her away from the book.
Yeah, that's why.
That's a good
Let's
idea.
go back into the main room.
I tuck the book into I don't know, I've got like armor in a patch. Just I tuck it away in a satchel, little bag by my side.
Okay.
Something. And then I'll
Can you
in the
mark
other-
down
I'll be
Redemption's Folly in
main
your
hall.
inventory?
I'll be in the main hall, and then I head out.
She follows you out into the
Wait.
main hall.
She does? I'm leaving so that she can hear the what's in the book.
Well, she still follows you out.
Okay.
At this point, she
Gotcha.
kind of thinks that she's going to get to read the book.
I just said out loud that
Oh.
that's not fucking happen.
And she
Yeah.
stops at the door. Then tell me what this cursed book said.
We will.
Please.
We're getting
away
the
from
book
the
away
book.
from you first.
I'm gone. I'm now far away enough for you to start telling her.
Okay, we're going to put you over here then.
Before you start telling her, I run in. I'm like, wait! What languages do you speak, girl?
I speak Common, Abyssal, Infernal, and Undercommon, and Elvish, and Sylvan.
Try.
I'm learning.
Vinove, are you the one telling her?
I'm not in the room.
Sorry, who's
No,
telling her?
it's not. Small one, whose name I constantly forget because she's too frantic.
Young deer.
Who's telling you,
no.
dear?
Genevieve!
Genevieve.
Genevieve. Yeah.
Why are you volunteering me?
You know what it says, and I don't.
But I'm unlucky. Okay.
Zenevieve,
So,
I would ask that you tell it in the most savory language you know, nothing associated with hells or devils, if you can help it. Anything...
okay. You know, sir,
I do know
may not
Celestial.
be intelligent, but I am wise.
Hold on, who said you weren't intelligent? You seem...
I'm
perfectly
wise
smart
enough to
me.
know not to do that.
Oh, I was just making sure you thought of it. I know I'm not a particularly clear thinker sometimes, so when I have an idea to suggest, I only mean to share. I do not mean to degrade your intelligence. I do apologize.
So, well, no, my intelligence is poor, but like I said, I'm pretty wise.
Yeah, wisdom is its own kind of intelligence.
Okay, so essentially, this one guy made a contract with another guy who's really big. You know, he's a really big deal. And then the first guy made...
Say who these people are.
Don't say who they are.
No, So,
I'm having ooze of
the person we're worried about, the devil we're worried about, he got permission to found the city in a layer of hell, and he's doing whatever he can for power. And the way it was phrased, he's attempting to use whatever he can.
What was the name of this city?
Altor.
You see her pause and her eyes grow wide.
What?
I'm sorry. What?
You speak of Olgameth.
How do you know that?
Oh, yeah. What? Wait, what? How do you know that?
Olgameth is the ruler of the city of Altar that resides in the second layer of hell.
I'm sorry.
It is said that he will be the one to tear redemption away from the mortals.
Who told you this?
This has been a part of my teachings from the church. It is a prophecy from so long ago. I don't know how long.
So it's an old one, so that explains why we haven't heard about it.
Hold on. No, I read my scriptures nearly daily. The Birth of Truth and Light, one of the first books of Sarah, and I've never heard this. Would you mind showing me the book that it is in?
Well, and she starts rummaging through the books and takes a few minutes and rummages through a different pile of books and then rummages through a different pile of books. I don't know how he keeps his books.
Do you have a book with this in it?
No, it was...
Was he the one who taught you this?
Simnor read it to me from a scroll or a book. I can't remember. I was young.
But have you read it for yourself, or was it told to you by him?
I read it. He told me, and I read it. I studied it. I thought all followers of Saren Ray studied this.
No, this is not a common thread.
So maybe we should go talk to Simnor. I mean, now that we have been initiated again with the quoting fingers, he might.
Still not allowed to leave the temple.
Of course, we will have to convince
or get the guard. Yeah, we could have the guards escort us, maybe, or we could wait until the guards get here. But we're stuck here otherwise.
So wait. Did this book speak of the prophecy or more?
It spoke of the opposite of a prophecy, more of a dooming. The prophecy, according to devils.
What should happen should people's beliefs fail?
So it's now, then.
Please tell us all you know about the prophecy.
Well, the prophecy speaks of a devil of great might named Olgameth, and it is said that he made a deal with the ruler of the Nine Hells, Asmodeus, to craft a new layer unto himself to rule over.
Not just the city, but an entire layer.
Yes.
Interesting.
To gain godhood, as it were. And the deal was that in order for him to achieve this ranking, that he must dethrone another.
Does it say who?
Well, depending on which scripture you read, but they say Saren Ray.
Interesting. Any other gods mentioned?
Well, depending on whose you're reading, it could be Pelor or the Cord.
This is that Raven shit all over again.
Might be. Interesting.
Well-
So, I wonder if this prophecy was planted by the devils themselves as something to make us believe in it and to weaken our god towards that, or to make our god susceptible to that, because belief is one of the things that they seem to need or require. It's quite interesting.
Oh, it makes so much sense.
Ugh,
She kind of
let's all go.
just looks down and kind of hear her mumbling to herself.
Out with it, girl.
Well, she looks up at Richard and, well, the church, I'm sure you've all noticed, your paladins of Sarenrae, people don't follow as much, people don't pray.
Yeah.
The faith is...
Oh no, the Temple of
Waning.
Milford seemed fine.
I know.
Richard, make a history check.
Despite my
Okay.
misgivings, you don't see an Oathbreaker here, so, we still believe.
I will say the temple I grew up in did not receive.
Why are you
I
rolling an
continued.
advantage?
He always rolls at advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, I always had the thing clicked. It's just pick
Well,
the first number.
You know,
Just go with
you'd
first.
have advantage on this anyway because it involves your church directly. Um,
That would be kind of weird if you didn't, I guess.
right.
I mean, I occasionally give the fucking sermon there, so I mean,
You've over the years, you've not really noticed a waning in the faith at your particular church, but you have heard stories of traveling paladins in their what the hell's the word? Pilgrimage. Across to various temples that not only are there less followers in other cities, you being from a larger city, you have a much larger mass to gather followers from, but the villages and smaller towns, churches have either waned or fallen completely, according to rumor. You've
I
never
always
really
figured they were just bad at their jobs.
exactly, but you thinking about it, you have realized the pilgrims have been smaller in number in the last few years.
Definitely odd.
It is. I know, in my youth, there was a few, the church that I grew up in was burned to the ground by people that we still do not know their motivations other than they were beyond redemption.
Did you
They're not
hear
near
that?
me, right?
Did
No.
you hear that?
Hmm?
I just thought I heard something. Whispers.
What did they say?
Oh yeah, there's something there.
I don't know.
Is that in the soundtrack, or is that supposed to be there?
It's
You are
definitely
hearing
not
what
part
you're
of the
supposed to be
soundtrack.
hearing.
Okay.
Perception
alright.
check.
Roll that perception check.
Oh, that beautiful person.
Ah,
I am
son
too.
of a bitch!
Are all of us hearing it?
I need specific. Well, hold on. Vinove, how far out are you?
I'm down the hall.
Are you in the main
Like,
temple, or are you
Yeah.
still upstairs?
I'm not sure. I'm just down the hall.
If you're in the main hall, you probably went downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, did you-
Okay.
Roll a perception check, Vinove.
I always forget where this motherfucker. Bam!
You hear whispers.
That's not good.
Can we make out what
I
those
hear
words say?
whispers too, don't I?
No, you just think you're going mad.
Yeah, you thought you heard it, but you can't pinpoint it.
Do I hear anything?
Elusive.
Oh boy.
Yes, but very faintly.
Oh, I do? Okay.
Mhm.
Can I try to make out what the whispers are?
If he
What
can,
languages
I
do you
can.
speak?
Infernal, Undercommon, Common.
Okay. And Vinove, you speak Infernal as well, correct?
Yes.
The whispers seem to be saying, it's hard to make out at first, but
You get better over time.
That's what you did there. But the words "faith's failure," "reshape the hells," are repeated, different voices, different volumes.
Is this, Yondu? Do you hear anything?
No.
Insight check.
Roll
It's
that
so
insight
smart.
check. She looks scared and a little nervous that you're asking her questions.
I'm not asking. I'm just
us.
trying to determine.
Because
Oh,
we're
sorry,
marked.
that the group is asking her questions.
Yeah.
You guys are hearing something? I thought it was my tinnitus.
Yes, I'm definitely hearing something.
Richard, roll a perception check too, please.
It's vague.
I never rolled a perception check.
You did.
As a persuasion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Roll a perception check. then.
I just want to make sure I'm acting in character.
No, yeah, thank you. I misread
Yeah,
that.
so I probably didn't.
Yeah, no, you didn't hear it.
Elusiveness.
Richard, you do not either. So
All I hear is tinnitus.
Tonight is.
You hear a call
Constant
from down
humming.
the hall. Okay to come back yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I rejoined the group.
Do you hear anything?
That's exactly what I was about to ask. Anyone else hear voices calling out in possibly abyssal?
Inferno.
You know, the
can't-
phrase that we're not supposed to, say again.
I don't understand Abyssal, so even if I did, it would probably just sound like garbage.
Do you hear any nonsense in the background, maybe?
Is it
Hear
abyssal
ringing.
or infernal?
Just hear ringing.
You must have tinnitus, my dear boy.
DM. Is it official, abyssal or
It's
infernal?
infernal.
Okay.
It's probably infernal now that I come to think of it.
I still don't understand that trash.
Hold on.
I can
Everybody be quiet. Let me
understand
see if I can hear it.
Roll
I don't
a-
hear any. Oh, sorry.
Roll up another perception. check.
Okay. I was just gonna say I don't hear.
Oh, I thought he did.
I don't hear anything.
You still hear this?
I don't hear anything. What is it saying? Well, is it
I
saying the
think
thing?
it's because we're marked.
It's
Yeah.
that-
If I
Yondu
li-
can't hear it.
So the
If I
mic has
sit
to be
and
annoying
think
as well
hard
as
enough, I can
unattractive.
think an elephant person.
Really?
Well,
What does it
what
sound
is
like?
it?
Hold on. Something
a
important has
fucking
happened here. What does Loxodon sound like? I've never heard
Has
it.
the madness taken you all already?
No, this is
My
just me.
God.
Would you like for me to speak Luxodon? for
Yes.
you?
Desperately.
I tell the changeling to go fuck himself in Luxodon.
Amazing.
You
Sounds like
hear
an
it.
angry elephant trumpet.
You hear a series of.
I fucking knew it.
Oh,
I'm gonna memorize how he said it.
Well,
I'm
please
not
do.
sure. But that sounded unkind.
That's because it was, dear boy.
Oh, what did you say? Just so I know in future reference.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Not to tell you.
I
Pretty
think
please?
it's time that we go try to find.
Just me bothered by the
Ignore.
whisperers then. They're quite
No,
loud.
she's the
Is
small
it
one's
getting louder?
something.
It's
Okay,
getting
well,
louder.
It is at
This
the
is
point where
bad.
everyone in the room now hears it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
might be time to do some sort of cleansing of some kind.
Again,
Is there
look
any-
at.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Beacon of Hope.
Again, look at Yondir.
What does this do?
Beacon of hope.
And vitality.
Oh shit.
Anything? Oh gosh.
I feel better. I think we're gonna get through this.
I feel better
You know,
too, but
I
I can still
agree.
hear the voices.
But at least we know it.
Dude, well, I know what I usually do in this situation. I go get cleansed, Saren raise holy light, and that's what I plan to do first.
Well,
Wait. Can you hear it?
Seems to have stopped.
I
That's
think
gotta be
it's
good.
time. I think it's time to go talk to the captain of the guard.
Yondir, did you hear it?
I didn't hear anything.
Good.
Oh, lucky you!
Can I insight check that now that I know? Because
Yes.
before I wasn't actually
Yes.
hearing anything. Boom.
She's definitely scared and unsure of what's going on, but you kind of get the general feeling that she's probably too scared to actually lie.
Okay.
Perfect. And Yondir, in these uncertain times, I would offer you this. And I pull out one of my daggers. And I hand it to her.
She does not take it.
All of us are marked. I show her my mark. Something could happen and someone else could be you could find someone else at your throat. Please, for my comfort, would you carry a weapon on you? I don't care if it is my dagger or one that you are more comfortable with. Would you promise me that?
She reaches out and takes the dagger, just kind of awkwardly holds it. Still kind of curling in a bit of a defensive posture. No, not defensive. Demure posture.
Perfect. You know how to... I know it's not a terribly complicated thing. And it's just will give you the advantage not to be choked again. And it was not something I'd like to see you go through anymore. Thank you for all of your help.
Hand up to her neck and looks down.
I would ask if something happens to me and I'm in the position of attacking you, please use it without hesitation. My soul will be more comfortable with the idea that I was slain in order to prevent evil than doing evil.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think it's time we go to the guards and talk to
Yes,
the guard in
let's...
Simnor
Completely.
before they come back.
Yes.
I mean, I'm cursed enough. I don't need to hear voices. Do you?
No, indeed. I put
Okay.
my breastplate back on.
Okay, and you guys head downstairs.
Do you take the book with you,
I think he ruined it
Aldrich,
up,
or do you
so-
leave it in the room?
I don't have the book. I never touched it.
Wait, I'm sorry, not Qualdra. Manove.
Hmm?
Did you take the book with you, or did you leave it in the room?
I have it with me, yes. It's
Okay.
on my person.
Okay, well, let's talk to these guards, yeah?
Indeed.
So I walk up to one and I just show them my.
We've figured it out!
Ah!
We need
Oh
to
my
go talk
miss!
to the
And he takes
Oh,
he
so-
actually takes a step back from you. Miss! Please cover up.
Sorry.
And you see
I
the,
I'm not
apologize.
showing your nipple.
What
but
are you-
look, it's,
No.
the two by the
it's right
by the
back.
door actually kind of get into a defensive position, unsure of what your intentions are.
I'm sure this won't end with us in prison.
I understand. You must forgive my enthusiastic compatriot. We do believe we've solved something of a mystery this
Do we have to
evening.
glue your shirt on as well?
So-
What? Oh, sorry. I'm covered. Just be. All right.
I
Our
apologize.
wenches show far more.
That is true. I
all
apologize for the prudish guard. I was making a joke, so maybe they might... And I whispered this last part to it, so maybe they might be a little less... antsy.
Oh, okay. Sorry, tact. I have a hard time with that one sometimes.
You seem to do perfectly well.
Anyhow, we've discovered a, cursed item. We've removed it, and there shouldn't be any cases of sudden madness, we'll say.
Cursed item. What cursed item?
Don't worry yourself about it, it's taken care of.
It's kind of my job, sir. So
Well,
what
we'll
your
talk to the
persuasion
guard
on
about that. The captain, if you will.
Yeah.
You're not going to speak to the captain. You're not allowed to leave.
Okay, would one
Well,
of
you
you
can take us
request...
in content, right?
Could you call the captain here? Boy, we have things to do. We are paladins still.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I roll one too?
You can assist, and we'll let you
Give him
two
advantage.
choose who's going to roll it and at advantage.
Add advantage?
Yes.
Okay, I got a 19. And then I got an 18.
Okay.
Bam!
So he looks at you. Philip, and you hear one of the guards by the door. Yes, sir. Go get the captain. I feel like he might want to hear this. Right away, Corporal.
I tell you, we have the solution, and you think perhaps. Okay, just
Corporal,
keep working through those rakes. You'll get there one day.
Somebody can actually speak to.
Corporal,
Yes.
Thank you, Corporal.
thank you for this. I just have a small question. Did you know this this place before you were called here?
Yes, it's the Temple of Sarenrae. It's fairly well known amongst the guard.
And do you often find aid and succor for your needs here, or is it more of a?
Sucker.
It's a fucking word.
Oh, I know. Oh, I'm not questioning it. I'm just laughing.
Aid and succor here for during your shifts or anything, or has it become a place of ill repute?
Well, not really a place of ill repute.
Well, just like less reliable than other, say, temples in the area.
And we'll just say not a lot of people stop by anymore.
Interesting. And do you know
Do you
why?
know why?
Not really. People just don't swing by anymore.
And do you mind if I ask?
We're
your-
okay with that. It means less.
Because we're in a
calls.
town full of swingers. I know how this works.
They just.
Do you mind?
Next.
Do you mind if I ask your particular faith and your thoughts on Sarenrae?
My faith.
Yes.
And why should I tell you?
Oh, why
Well,
not?
we're
Well, something to
paladins. Why
pass the
not?
time while we're waiting for the retrieval of the captain.
You can totally tell us this. I'll
We're
tell
still
you a
trying-
good body story after.
I already know the answer for this, but go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Motherfucker. Okay. Do we get advantage because Genevieve was piping in?
Sure.
Yeah.
One.
Damn it, my rolls are unlucky without
Man.
that.
Well,
Go.
I got +8 on that.
Jesus.
Oh, damn.
Of a plus 14.
So he kind of looks at the two of you. Actually, me and my family have been a believer in Pelor.
Ah, the Dawn Father. An excellent choice.
Father thought so.
And did you not agree with him?
I do.
Have you found yourself falling from the faith, my friend?
Not really. Say my morning prayers. Come home at the end of shift.
Well, that's good. You seem slightly uncomfortable with him when you say your father thought it was. Is it an honourable thing to honour the father, or do you feel pressed into the belief?
Well, to be perfectly honest, sir, a little uncomfortable with you.
That's fair. I'm not a comfortable person. And I kind of smile at him.
You said it.
I wink at her.
Oh, my.
At this moment, we're gonna take a quick break
So
because I gotta use
gotta
the
pee.
bathroom.
Potty break!
I don't even hear what she said.
She said, "Potty
Everybody's
break!"
gonna tinkle!
Realizing the
You
alcohol.
go tinkle now.
Yes, go
Oh,
tinkle.
yeah. Oh, excuse me.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to interrupt. I'm just having like weird feedback with my fucking headphones, so I'm trying to like gauge when somebody's not talking, and then it comes in like mid-sentence on you guys. I'm like, fuck! I interrupted.
No, you're good. I assume that's your character's impulsiveness. I thought you were just in character. I didn't even notice it was anything wrong. That's really funny.
Plus, it always takes a little while to catch new character rhythms and stuff.
Yeah.
No worry.
Yeah.
Man.
Might want to disconnect and reconnect from the chat.
Yeah, that would help.
Might have fucked some up.
Yeah.
Improve the quality. Might have fucked.
Oh, there we go. Woo! Oh.
Richard does not
Alright,
investigate.
alright.
Richard is not what?
Richard does not investigate. He knows he's bad at it.
Oh, dude, I'm surprised.
Even find my fucking sister during hide and seek.
And we're back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
We found out Richard can't find his sister in hide and seek.
So he
Never
doesn't
been able to.
investigate.
If you know what he's
I
saying.
don't.
Hey, man, it's a different time, you know? Different culture.
Gotta know your weaknesses. Know your weakness.
Yep.
Okay.
It's been interesting learning everybody else's strengths, which is actually pretty fun.
Can I ask everyone to roll a perception check real quick?
Perception.
can ask?
Let's see how shitty this one's gonna be for
I
me.
know, right?
Oh.
I like.
Oh,
I think-
finally!
Oh, no.
And it wasn't a 20, so
Oh, that's not it.
Still
Hold
the
on.
DM. He can still make you reroll whatever the fuck he wants.
Fuck!
Genevieve,
Fair.
I need to roll a Constitution saving throw. You laugh. I'm not kidding.
I know,
actually,
that's
need
why
you
it's
to-
funny, 'cause she can hear
I
it the
need you to
best.
roll a
Oh,
Constitution
no.
saving throw.
shit.
Oh no!
Hold
So
on.
does that mean Vanova has to as well?
Here
No.
it comes.
Oh,
Here
no.
it comes.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold
God.
on. I have a thing.
Um,
Shut up. I actually have a thing for this.
Depending on what
I
happens.
promise.
Yeah, same here actually.
Because I have Aura of Protection, so as long as you're within 30 feet of me, you get +2 to all saving throws.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if you have that, it actually stacks on top of that. And if
I
anyone
have-
else
It
here
doesn't.
has that, it actually
Plus,
stacks.
I
My
No,
aura-
it doesn't stack.
cast-
My Aura of Protection is a +4.
Supposed to stack.
It
I
doesn't
cast
stack. I looked at
Beacon
it.
of Hope.
But you get a +4 to your saving throws because of magic.
Perkins
that's
let
the
it
only
stack.
It was
wisdom
one of the
saving
things I
throw.
looked
Ooh,
into.
Perkins let it stack.
It was one
But
of the things
Perkins
that I
wasn't
looked
a party
into,
paladins.
and yeah,
Because
That's
we'd have a
Given the-
Okay,
+12
yeah,
overall.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so she
going
can,
on?
Breaking.
does anybody have a higher to a plus than a +4 to their aura?
Aura? How do we
How do
tell
you
that?
check that?
If you're in D&D Beyond, you'll see under your main stats and under your
You
saving
know, we'll look
throws,
at
there's
this
a
later
+4.
because even with the +2, you're good now. So as you're looking around the room, all of a sudden your fake eye just begins to spin hardcore in your skull, and
Oh God! I smack my hand
Oh,
over. It's like,
if I
"Not
knew it was
again!"
the eye, I would have not helped.
and you begin
Oh!
smacking it and trying to get it to right itself, and as you do this,
Ah!
you realize that you actually stumble down the stairs a little bit, and you're like,
Are you okay?
I'm just like
nothing.
patting. Like, am I near anybody?
Me.
I start patting your leg, just like a minute.
Oh, okay. Do you need any restoration?
I look up and I like show him my eye doing the
It
mad
is
eye
just
beauty.
spinning in
Woo!
place like a top.
Yes.
Just give me a minute.
Okay. That I can do. I can give you a moment.
I just want to back away from her.
I told you it was cursed.
Vinove, Vinove, and Richard.
Not me. I got a 6.
Not you. You realize that Yondir is not in the room.
Ah, fuck. I gave her a dagger. Well, I didn't notice, so I don't even care. About your religion, I swear to God, you were saying something about it's not her.
Have you seen the other girl?
Oh yes, good question.
What girl?
Yondir?
Yondir?
Yeah.
Last I saw, she went upstairs with you. Is there something I need to go check up there?
Something that
Come down the stairs.
Furbolg Vanove might need to go check on. The thing, something you might go check on. Would you check on Yondir for us in case she?
Oh,
I
I
don't know.
thought she'd followed us up. Sure.
Should he
Check
go?
out.
As he goes up, the door opens, and the guard
Oh.
and the captain of the guard walk into the temple.
Yeah, do not get distracted, Vanove. This is important. Go check on her.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't want
I'll
that glyph to
be
go off.
right back.
So I kind of like crawl over here, and I kind of tap my head a few more times. And Captain gets a wonderful view of
At
my
this
eye
point,
doing
it's-
the Mad Eye Moody.
It's righting itself.
Oh, it's okay.
This guard is
Okay,
actually
stop
taking
it.
a step back, just in case.
It doesn't do anything to you.
I kind of like pat her back, like gently, like
Uh,
it's okay.
Ma'am, I
Hold her
heard
head.
you trying to hurl a second ago, and I'd rather not have to clean my uniform again.
Again?
Oh, that's fair.
You have to clean it once today already.
That's all right, sir.
Beginning of the weekly shift, sir.
That makes sense. You should see if you can find a magic shop. Most of them will prestidigitation your clothes for free.
Usually Simnor takes care of that for me. Oh, Captain!
Does. Wait, Simnor can cast prestidigitation.
And at this point, the captain has walked up.
That is not an holy spell, but an arcane one.
You, changeling,
Yes.
no more tricks, right?
Very well. Agreed. I put out my hand to shake his.
Perhaps in a moment.
I look at my hand and kind of like
Where's Yondir?
slowly pull it back to my chest and put it down.
Archmember is going to check on her. She did not follow us down the stairs. We don't exactly know where she went.
Corporal, go check on Yondir. This guard also runs upstairs. Vinove, you run upstairs and find Yondir in the study.
Hello, what? Yondir. What are you doing in here?
I'm trying to look for the scroll containing that prophecy. I I feel like it's important that you need to know.
Oh, well, I can agree with that. Anywhere I should start looking?
I don't know. I started behind his desk here, perhaps in that pile of scrolls on his bed. And at this point, the guard rushes in. You!
I will check on the bed.
The captain is here, and he's requesting the presence of Yondir. Ma'am, if you would please come downstairs, and you too, sir.
Would you give us just a moment?
No, Captain says he needs you downstairs now.
You wonder why no one likes gods. I'm on my way.
The only one who knows how to speak to fucking God.
You're the only one.
They're
who
over
gives-
here trying to humanize the guard.
258 years old. I'm
Fuck
moving
the
my own.
police!
It had to happen some point.
For my cataracts.
It's like getting yelled at by toddlers.
So Yondir goes with the guard and heads downstairs. Yondir steps ahead and goes downstairs. The guard stands to the side and kind of motions down the hallway for you.
Excuse me. I slide awkwardly past him
That guard
since
captain
he's
is
partially obscuring the door.
You just hear him.
I'm giant! What do you want? You need to move, boy!
He is fucking huge.
How tall is your character?
It's like
like
7'3".
Oh god, I thought for some reason I thought Furbolg were small. Okay.
No,
all right.
he's
No, no,
huge.
Furbolg are
Enormous.
All right,
Yeah,
my bad. So he steps aside and he looks up at you, and this sigh begins to escape him, and then maybe kind of has that air to like.
Oh no,
maybe
their
I should
average
not say
their
about
average
the guy
height
that-
is 10 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
Okay.
yeah, and then I also count as a large creature whenever doing strength checks.
You know what? So
God,
we're gonna go
I'm a
ahead.
midget.
Well, no, his token doesn't get bigger.
No?
No, it's just he counts as a large creature for strength checks. Basically, kind of like the orcs did, because he has that
there for
that impressive
Midget
build.
compared to
Okay.
the rest of you dudes.
All right. So you head
Yes.
downstairs, and everyone's
Other
Yondir is
shit.
down there.
Another time, yes.
How tall is everyone? Sorry, I didn't realize. I never asked.
So I wrote it down. Hang on.
I
If they're
typically sit at
average or
6'5".
Their average of 10 feet tall. I'm going to be 10 foot 10 inches.
I'm 5'6".
I sit at 6'5",
I'm a midget compared to you guys.
but it changes.
Yondir walks up to the captain of the guard, and they have a whispered conversation amongst each other. Say again. You were breaking up. Whoever was that, Brandon?
It's TJ.
So, no, nothing.
Okay. They begin to have a whispered conversation with one another. And Yondir begins to cry once more.
No, dear, you okay?
She doesn't seem to react. All right. The four of you. I'd like to ask you to walk to the front of the temple, please.
Of course.
Okay.
Sorry, I can do this. I'm just wondering, am I being detained?
You fucking
I'm
bitch.
just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not doing it.
Can I do an insight check to kind of glean what he meant by that? That sounded.
I'd also like to insight check why she's crying again.
Roll those insight checks.
Captain, I don't believe we've met. Hello, my name is Vonove.
Was that?
I reach out my hand to shake his hand.
Okay, 1 second here. Zenevieve, who were you inciting again?
The captain who told us to go to the front of the temple. I was a little unsettled by the way he said that.
He seems stern-jawed, but more relaxed than the last time you saw him. He seems to be more in the bad news bears state of mind.
Okay, so we'll go to the.
describe that. Thank you. I love it. I'll be
So
right back.
I
I'm so
will
sorry.
trot my ass on over. to
Before
the
I go,
front.
can I
Well, does
see
he
why
mean
she's
front or
crying
by the
again?
door?
Yes, she is crying, and whatever
The
chipperness
entire
is,
world is
whatever
shattered today.
whatever chipperness or hope that she might have had earlier in the day seems to have just left her. She has completely slumped, and you see before you a broken woman.
I just want to make sure.
Oh,
she's
that
not
guy
hearing
died
whispers,
then.
guys.
Yeah, bummer.
All right, so front of the temple
Expecting as
or
much.
front door?
To the front of the temple by the altar, perfectly where you're at, thank you. And if the
Okay.
rest of you could also go, please.
Yep, we're going. Don't do that. You're not that sassy.
I'm walking, and I'll be as sassy as I please, thank you.
That's fair.
I do that.
Okay, we're up at the front here now. Look at us go.
As TJ, as you go up, the captain kind of looks at you. You,
Yes.
Furbolg,
Hello.
where did you come from?
Yeah, I warned you about him. He's the other that was still in his room. I did inform you about him.
This is the
Been
one
here
you
the
spoke
whole-
of.
Yes.
Sleeping through
it is.
fireballs and screams, are we?
He is rather
Get
old
to
and
meet
rather
my
large.
age, which you won't. You'll understand.
Curious. All right, and then once
Indeed.
Ty gets back, we'll.
He's here.
So if you guys need to make a pee-pee break.
That's how we all died of cancer.
Chicka police.
Cancer.
Wait, are we paused right now?
Yes.
Okay.
She's
we
running
should
into the same issue I had because we had her parents cooking.
Ah.
The yum to dump ratio, not great on that, huh?
I just was polite and just left. Like, nothing's happening right now. Excuse me.
Feels like something should be happening, but nothing's happening.
No, I meant when nothing was happening that involved Richard, I just got up and went.
Oh,
Again, he doesn't investigate.
it's not his thing.
He knows his weaknesses.
He's just kind of chilling, isn't he?
He knows his weaknesses. He doesn't investigate. The whole couldn't even find his sister in a hide and seek thing. That was just my in plot of why he has a -1 to investigation.
And I just unplugged something.
Psst. He unplugged the microphone.
Can you not hear anymore? You seem to be. Oh.
Hup, hup, hup.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see that Dragon Ball movie. Y'all, it's gonna be so exciting.
There are actually like good reviews for it. Yeah, what the fuck?
Whack.
Wait, no, no.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, we're good.
Broly get good reviews for fuck's sake.
Okay. Yeah, the tie's back. All right, so you all move to the front
Jessica is
of the temple. Yondir is
in the bathroom.
standing. Oh, yep, sorry. My bad. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we're all about to get arrested for the murder of somebody because the guards accidentally killed him because they're a bunch of fuckwits.
Well, I didn't do anything.
That's really it. Apparently that
fucking
guy
Sorry.
seems slightly more relaxed, and I have no problem talking to this gentleman as if he were a human being.
Oh, shut the fuck. And
Humanizing the guard.
what did I miss?
We
Find
paused.
that will get you out of
Well, I heard you
much
saying
trouble.
something to
I thought maybe.
Oh, the captain started questioning Vinove on who he was because he had not seen him yet. Mm-hmm. To which
Took
Richard,
care of that.
Interesting.
I took
corrected him
care
and
of that.
informed him that that was in fact the one that he had warned him about.
Gotcha.
Always what?
And Jess is
Know
in the
how to be a
restroom.
good party member.
And then just for timeline wise, do you guys want to stop at 9:30 or 10? Because I know we got a bit of a late start, but I don't want to run too late again.
I'm good for 10.
I gotta bail at 9:30.
Okay.
I probably should. This changed at my work recently.
Yar. Sleepy boy.
Sleep's a crutch.
For the living?
Caffeinate or die.
I do caffeinate, and I still need that sleep.
So you know there's other options, right?
Nope. Those are the only two.
You know, one is extremely, more effective than the other, right?
The caffeine? No, I'm very aware.
Incorrect.
You have chosen poorly.
I'm doing good. I'm down to like 1 cup of coffee a day
Yeah, me too.
and like 50 cups of tea.
You fucking. That's not the same.
If it's black tea, you're getting caffeinated.
No,
If
that's
it's
the
green
joke.
tea. If it's
no, there are some teas that are uncaffeinated.
No, I have 1
Chamomile.
cup of coffee a day, and then usually just 2 or 3 cups of
marijuana tea.
Irish. No, I would, but I'm at work. Irish breakfast
irony
tea.
if I could, but I'm at work.
Yeah. I mean,
His work.
I could at work, but I need to get shit done.
Somebody has to at the joint. Gee.
The
Just
joint.
Fun fact: the name of Swedco, the dispensary I work for, before it was Swedco, it was the Joint.
Yeah. This is a
Oh, you actually work
chiropractic.
at
The
dispensary.
chiropractor place here.
Yeah, he's
They
the
got
graphic
sued by a
designer.
chiropractic joint.
I did
It's
not
a
realize.
chain.
Nice. Okay.
He's head of marketing.
Now that Jess is back, we'll get back into it. Jess is back.
Sorry,
right after
guys.
her. Okay.
No.
I warned them about your parents cooking. Don't worry.
Okay. So, Captain of the Guard has asked you all to approach the front of the temple. Yendir has stayed towards the back, still crying. A guard is attempting what appears to be comforting her as they talk. All right. The 4 of you, specifically the 3 of you,
I'm sorry.
Oh,
and he points to the 3 involved in the combat this morning. I wish to share to you, well, what our investigation has come upon so far.
Excellent.
You'll be happy to know that, well, we believe your story. Between the testimony of Yandir and events that have transpired at the Watchtower, you are now being left to your own accord. You can leave the temple, but we do ask, in case we have any further questions, that you don't leave the town.
Perfectly acceptable. Would you mind if we spoke to the gentleman who was so cursed?
Simnor,
Simnor, yes.
unfortunately, you cannot.
Oh no.
He's dead then.
Yes.
Ow.
Upon regaining consciousness in his cell, though gagged and chained, he somehow managed to remove his gag and began attacking the gods with magics, to include blight and some nasty things.
I
Thought
did.
you
Just
put him
curious.
on-
Do you
Yes,
have
I
this-
did advise anti-magic.
Yes, well, apparently our wards were not sufficient.
Interesting.
Or perhaps...
And I know it is hard to tell, but do you know
Ineffective.
which spells he used other than Blight and I would guess Fireball.
He really doesn't like you. Cast Persuasion.
Cast Persuasion.
Cast Persuasion. Roll Persuasion.
This wizard cast punch.
He likes me now, bitch.
He looks at you for a moment.
Once again, before while he's looking at me, I kind of like, or no, sorry, I wait for his response.
Kind of looks at you for a moment. He killed 2 of my guard with blight. When he fell, we bound his body and burnt it, so that he would not raise again.
Very justly done.
I'm so sorry.
Did he yell any more insane ravings that might give us a clue into his madness? I know it is hard to speak of.
His last words were something about faith's failings.
ah,
Interesting.
damn it! When did this just happen?
Not 30 minutes ago.
It's only been an hour since he'd been incarcerated. How long has it been since since they took him away? Like an hour
It's
or
been a
two?
few hours. Your guys' investigation of the study took a little while. Took at least an hour for the glyph to be cast. Actually,
We also had a short rest, which is
Yes.
about half an hour to
about
an
half
hour.
an hour to an hour. So
Right.
it's been about, I'd say about 4 hours since the combat, and about an hour and a half since the reading of the book.
Gotcha. Okay.
Would his death line up with when the voices stopped?
Or started.
Stopped.
Roll,
Stop! Start it! Stop! Start it! Stop! Start it!
Roll a
Roll the last 20 minutes check.
roll an intelligence check, just a straight intelligence check.
Who?
Venove.
Merp.
I don't know nothing.
Nothing.
I mean,
senile in my old age.
You're thinking that he died after you guys read the book, probably?
Probably sometime after we read the book. Yeah.
Would you shut up?
Now that I think of it.
I'm sorry.
You
What
Did any
book?
verse of that book say Kanda?
You, the tall one. What book?
I have a name. It is Venove. I've given it.
Well then, Venove.
Thank
Sir.
you, God.
It's Captain.
God.
Captain.
Son
God.
of a
What
bitch.
book?
Damn it. God.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I've been messing with Richard for a little while now.
The entire day.
Anyway, Captain, I apologize. Would you repeat your question for me?
What? And his demeanor has changed. He's very stern now. And Quildrith, you'll recognize this demeanor as the very same that you encountered before.
Am I?
Book?
You see, we were conducting our own investigation into the matter. As paladins of Sarenrae, we felt it our duty to figure out what had happened to them.
Am I behind
The
captain
keeper
or in
of
front
this.
You are exactly where you.
Okay.
I moved your character, so you're all in front.
So, naturally, the first place we went was to the man's study. After going through some books and looking for anything we thought may or may not be cursed, we heard that it was the man did translations. You see, yes, he would make coin.
Yes, and
translating
Norse
whatever.
translations are well known as a
Well,
means of
you'll
income
have
for
to-
the church, if I'm not mistaken.
You have to forgive me. I'm
Are you a follower
new
here?
to the town. So we discovered
times.
this book. Oh, good. Good to have you on board. So we discovered a book that spoke of some evils. We determined it to be cursed, and we've dealt with it.
Dealt with it how?
Well, the way paladins often must.
Captain.
One moment, sir. Dealt with it how?
Well, I have taken the book into custody to be destroyed at some place where they will do minimum amount of damage. I felt it dangerous to keep it in a city like this, as it can do far more damage the more people are around. I hesitated in telling you about this, as guards are often quick to take things from people when they don't have the full scope of what may be going on.
Yeah, because trust me, you don't want this. And I pull down
Discretion.
He looks at you, and you said you pulled down your shirt?
Yeah, not enough to reveal anything.
Okay.
Not more than a tavern wench.
It is.
That's I
mean-
clarify.
It's directly over your heart. So it's a
Well, I'm very
promiscuous
careful.
tavern.
A pretty
wench.
wenchy tavern.
But yeah, nothing you wouldn't have to pay gold for.
Well, I
Very
flatten it
discerning.
out so it, like just looks like my chest area without the boobs.
He looks at it, looks at you. When did you get that?
Oh, when we read the book.
When you read the book.
Read the book.
Yeah, I read the book, and
Yes.
Thank you.
Well,
we're gonna get down to the bottom of it and make sure that the townspeople are safe.
Might
Well,
be
assist
something-
you because you're head honcho and everything. But yeah, we're gonna help.
Might be something that might go away once the book is destroyed. We don't know yet.
Genevieve, roll a persuasion check. At advantage.
I just
Okay.
want to remind the captain that we did inform him that there was possibly an evil book, and he did allow us to go.
Persuasion with advantage.
Okay. Say again. You, the one mumbling to himself.
His name is Richard, man.
Thank
The
you,
captain knows.
Virve.
So you're doing it on purpose. Dick move.
Son of a...
Richard?
Richard was being nice to you, is why I...
Please, fellas, would you just let me fucking talk to the captain?
I kind of like give a sidelong look at Vinove and like kind of like smile like knowingly. Like.
I just give a small shrug like...
I ate a fucking fireball and blight for you fuckers. You could at least allow me to speak.
Agreed.
Captain, if you do recall, I did inform you that the father was acting very strangely while translating a certain book. We believe this to be the same book. You did actually advise us that if we were to investigate in here and find the book, that we could do a form of destruction to said book earlier.
Which is fine, and I thank you for reminding me. It's been
A day.
bit of a
20,
morning.
30 minutes. I'm just kidding.
About 4 hours, actually, sir.
Oh my. I did
Happens
sleep in.
smack a furbolg with a quarterstaff.
I might need a
Before,
footstool.
get-
in the midst of this, were the two
Oh
fallen
shit, it hit
gods,
that.
were they
Yeah, what was
followers
my
of
persuasion?
Sarenrae? Should we prepare services?
The services are being taken care of. They were followers of Pelor.
Pelor, the deity of the city I am taking to known.
I'm sorry. And was a follower of Sarenrae. Why would services be given over to someone else?
No, I was asking if the gods followed Sarenrae. I believe he's
Oh.
telling me they were followers of Pelor. The captain
Yes.
himself is seemingly a practicer of Sarenrae's faith
In my youth.
on the occasion.
Well, sir,
The
What was I
God's
persuading
services
him
are
for?
being... Oh, yes, you persuaded... Thank you. He looks at you. Well, given the nature of the situation, it seems that you four are in the perfect position to actually do a service. So I would
well,
ask
was
that
it
you...
really a choice?
Not really a choice. By no means think I am forcing
no.
you to do this.
She's
Oh
saying
no, that
the-
woman sent us here. Yeah, we.
She's saying
it was not by choice. Not
Yondir.
No, she's talking about Sarenrae.
Ah. Of course.
And the services for the two gentlemen, I assume they... is the city taking the expense of the families?
The city. They died in service to their city. All expenditures will be paid as is custom. Now you four, back on topic. The god will stay posted here and act as a messenger service, as it were, to me. I have more business to conduct for this investigation back at the watchtower. If you need any further of our services, you may send one of them to ask. If this is something that is going to spread through my city, I'd rather have the best chance that we can to stop it. And you said
Well-
Vinove, you said you took custody of the book.
I have the book on my person, yes.
Can you destroy it?
Well, that's what we're trying to find out.
I ask that when you do it in my sight.
Okay. Well,
I
I'm a young
promised
priest
to...
and an old priest, so.
I promised to...
Holy fuck.
Oh my god, there's so much.
I will say that we will do our best to inform you, but I can't promise in delaying anything so that you can see it happen.
That is
I'd
understandable.
like to.
If-
I'd love to. Can't do it.
At least inform one of the gods and he will find me, and if nothing else, do it in sight of the other, in front of two of the others. Not that I don't trust them, but two is better
Look,
than
if
one.
the opportunity to destroy the book comes up, it's unlikely we'll be worried about who sees it. We will let you know. I will do everything in my power to let you know if the opportunity arises. But again, I don't make oaths I can't keep.
Make a persuasion check. So much persuasion.
Dude, charisma's our stat, bro.
I could try to throw all my curse items at him.
Don't do that.
He kind of looks at you for a second. Very well. If it is possible, please do it in front of me or two of my guard. I would sleep better at night knowing that such a dark object is fully destroyed. As far as me, I need to see to a few things. As I said before, you are free to leave the temple, but I suggest that you stay within the city, especially with that cursed book. I need to see this through to the end. And thank you for saving Yandir.
Before you go, Captain.
Yes.
And I toss him 4 platinum. For the family.
Jesus Christ!
How much money do you have? Fuck!
4
You're
platinum's
all
only
worried
40
about my-
gold. It's only 40 gold. 10 platinum's only worth 10 gold, guys. It's okay. It's not
Oh,
100
okay. I
gold.
thought it was worth 100
Yeah, no,
gold.
it's only 10 gold. Calm down.
Talk about a tip!
Yeah,
Did
no.
you said you threw him 4 platinum?
4 platinum, 40 gold.
He kind of holds it in his hand, jingles it for a second, and he walks up to you. He presses the money back into your hand.
I refuse to take it. It is not between you and me. There's nothing here but something to help the families get by. I know the loss of the main income earner can persuade the little ones into things they would not normally partake. It is to save the souls of the children, not for anything other than that.
If you wish to give charity to those affected, I suggest you do it directly, or perhaps through the church.
Very well.
The guard do not handle money for you.
I only assumed
We
the
don't
guard
want to
would
seem
not-
as if we are taking bribes. And he
Very
puts
well.
the 4 platinum on the pew.
As he says that, I reach out my hand for the platinum. Then
Oh.
may I have the address for the wives?
Kind of looks at you for a second. I suggest you
What
give the...
You've said directly.
Fair. I suggest you give it to Yandir. She knows them. And he
She-
turns and he
wait.
begins to walk out.
She knows them, though they didn't worship. Interesting. Very well.
Is he gone?
It's a small town.
He is like at the door. He took that as his mic drop moment, you know, the platinum drop.
Not a great moment to go out on.
If it
Refusing
helps,
man.
money for widows.
it helps. Back in Milford, we did know a lot of people, even those who weren't partakers of our particular sermons.
Oh no, I have no doubts that the god here would be familiar with anything required. Hopefully the Sanray
I
temple
mean,
would
the
be open to them.
Even believers of Palor can be redeemed, so you know.
It's not that
What
they-
an odd man! Instantly unlikable.
instantly. I know, I have the same reaction, don't you know? Like, he
No,
seems
I
to
just
want to
think you
not
two
call you
have
by your name.
issues with
He didn't let me
authority.
put on pants for 20 minutes.
I didn't even do anything.
And then he didn't want to remember Richard's name, and Richard has been nothing but
I
called.
smacked my head into a pillar.
He's-
You hear a thump.
Now you see, our morning's work worth it.
And
if
seeing
you
as
ask
there's
me.
no actual pillar near him, there's like a waist-high
Yep.
I
rail going
I-
up to the altar, and he is actually full-on bent over it, which is quite a feat in his full plate armor, and smacking his head on this altar.
Well, this
Anyway,
is the first time in a long time that I've been around a group of people more likely to get arrested than me, minus Richard over here.
You have no idea, my dear.
Oh my goodness.
I'm kidding. Calm down.
Again,
I
how am I
don't
getting
believe-
arrested? Nothing happened.
You were both sassy.
Oh, well,
I
I
just-
can't exactly turn this off.
I only wish those with power
You just
not to
motioned
use
to
it.
all of you.
It's all...
I mean,
It's
it's
all
all
of
hard
it.
to turn off. Yanove. Or not, no. Yandir.
You say this as Yandir actually approaches the group.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yes.
I heard there was 2 guards slain in this unfortunateness. And they said you were familiar with their families. I would... is this true?
Yes.
Okay. I have 4 platinum here. I wish you to distribute amongst the widows, and it was 2 slain, correct?
Yes, it was. And,
Okay,
and
so-
thank you.
2 platinum per, and if they are fellow, I hear they are followers of Pelor, but just make sure and make sure they know that it is not to persuade them to our church or anything like that, but merely to help take care of the young ones in this most difficult time.
Of course. But I believe there's more pressing matters.
This is
Yeah.
just merely something I can do at this moment. What is the pressing matter?
I would ask that you follow me up to Simnor's study.
Very well.
Oh.
Either way.
Alright, let's go. Oh god.
Yeah.
I check my shirt just to see if
I thought
the
my head
thing's
was
gotten
last.
bigger.
Am I allowed an insight check or?
Yeah, go ahead. And do an insight
we
check.
gotta go find the scroll.
Yeah.
I think that's why she wants to go to the study, but I want to just inside her. 20.
She is suddenly filled with determination.
All right.
Playing Undertale?
Her face is marked with tears and redness that is familiar with someone who has experienced total loss, but her demeanor is that of purpose.
So, what is this we need to find? What are we doing in here?
Well,
I closed the door behind us.
Thank you. Well, you guys are all in the study, right? Okay.
I knocked my head one more time before coming up, by the way.
Did somebody knock?
I wish to speak to you out of earshot of the guards. I'm not sure who to trust. I don't know why you've been mocked and why I haven't, but I think I found the scroll speaking of the prophecy. It doesn't say much more than what I've already told you, but I think I know the solution.
Pray tell.
Solution would be really helpful.
She kind of walks across the room and grabs one of the scrolls off the bed and holds it up. This scroll speaks of that prophecy, that a devil known as Olgameth would seek to carve out his own layer of hell and reach godhood, but that deal would only be attainable if he dethroned another god. And I told you this before, but it goes on to speak of how to dethrone this god. It says that in order to destroy a god, you must turn its faith. And I believe that the waning of the faith in Sarenrae has been his doing. And that,
Makes sense.
given how everything's been going here and in smaller towns, I believe he's close.
It might even explain some of our own troubles, despite being paladins. I kind of give a knowing look to Genevieve.
Yeah, no. Like, there's some lesson in this where she made a deal with somebody that I couldn't be torn from her path. Watch.
We need
I smile.
to
I
kill
smile at that.
Olgameth.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And
Can't we just restore the faith?
I feel that might only be
that
temporary.
If
I'm
the
not a
rumors were
preacher.
true, it's not just here that's having problems. Apparently, I was effectively the last bastion.
We cannot fix the symptom. We must fix the cause.
And even if we were to fix the symptom, it would only be during our lifetimes, and heaven knows these these devils can wait. Just curious, does the scroll have any signature on it? Any idea of who might have penned the scroll?
No. It does not say who the prophecy came from.
Well,
So,
Would have been a pen name, probably, anyways.
well,
Straighter.
well. In that case, I'm in. Who else is in to kill a devil of the nine hells, nearing a reaching ascension of demon? Well, I guess whatever the opposite of godhood is.
Correct answer is we don't have a choice. We have to do this.
I fear Richard is right.
killing a devil, that shouldn't be harder than killing a dragon and surviving a lick and all the other things.
Dear, but it's pronounced lich. Would you tell the
think
story?
it's
Lich,
Yeah.
lich.
Just because defeating a lick is a rather different story.
Well, the bastard laughed at me, so.
Hey, you got to kill him. You won in the end, right?
Oh, I didn't kill him. He laughed and laughed.
Oh. Well, you live to this day.
Saved.
And then, so it's like, well, so this is our task that we've been called here for, and I believe that each one of us possesses the power within us to fulfill this fate. Sarenrae knows her followers well than most any god, as believing in redemption is also keeping track of redemption. And I don't know about any of you, but redemption is never something that is far from my mind when I look into the faces of others. I believe we were specifically chosen for this task, and I believe that is heartening, for Saren Ray seemingly has returned our faith in her to have faith in us, to solve this problem, which is beyond her, it being on a different plane. Are you with me? And can I use that for my Inspiring Leader feat, so everybody can get 18 temporary hit points?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll definitely give that.
Everybody get 18 temporary hit points!
So go ahead and add those 18 temporary hit points, and as I'm sure you all know, when in combat, if you take damage, you subtract those temporary hit points first. I believe those are not healable.
Not healable.
Yes. There should be a space on your character sheet that you can add it to, or you can just add it to your...
Oh yeah, there's
total.
temporary hit points right
As
under
long
your
as you
current hit
don't-
points.
Yeah, as long as you don't...
It was 18?
18.
And what is it? It's 4
It's
plus your level?
it's 18, so it's a... it is my level plus my charisma modifier, so
Your charisma. Okay.
14 plus 4, 18.
Okay, cool. You guys got all those marked?
Oh, and just in case it affects anything, my God, her name keeps escaping me. I apologize.
Yandir?
Yandir also gains those hit points because I choose 6 people listening.
Oh. Good to know, good to know.
Like, oh dear, you're so young.
There it is. Because that's what you said earlier when you said that. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a
You said
callback.
18?
Yeah, 18 hit points.
Yeah, I have my hand on my forehead, and then I just kind of shake my fist and look up the air like, oh, you! All of these situations, I am getting tired of this!
At least
I
this...
can't survive all of it!
Oh,
Are you
I put
sure
a
about
hand on-
that?
I put a hand on her shoulder. Don't worry. The road is longer than it seems.
That's not encouraging. I would say don't worry. This time we are with you, and all of us have also lived through our particular trials and have been chosen to be here with you.
What I was trying to say is it will get better. What's plaguing you now eventually will.
Well, you have the years, so I'll trust what you say, because I'm older than everyone but you.
Are you sure about that? And my face ages rapidly as she's looking at me.
You can't fool me again with that bowl.
Oh, but my true age, you still know not. And then I
Don't steal
de-age.
my voice.
Sorry, this one that is quite enrapturing, I must say.
You know,
Yandir
no,
suddenly...
you're young.
I'm sure you all think this is fun and games.
Yandir, it is merely us calming our nerves.
I
do
lost
apologize.
my father today.
You think I think this
That
is
was-
fun and games? I have to go fucking kill a goddamn demon.
Devil.
And I
Whatever. Piece of shit.
know how you're
That's-
going to do it.
Interesting.
How are we gonna...
Do tell.
I combed through
Honest.
I combed through Simnor's materials and scrolls, and I felt that he might have a way to gain access to the Nine Hells. And he did. Quite a while ago, we had a few adventurers come in with scrolls, and Simnor said that they were too much for these adventurers, and he kept them. I do believe these scrolls are of planar shift.
Ah.
How many?
2.
Well, that's good. At least we can get back.
Some things are more
Always
important than coming back.
And she holds out one.
Ah.
Okay.
So you mean us not to return from this?
No,
You're coming
will-
with us.
I cannot. This temple needs a keeper.
Then
I
why
agree.
only the one?
I will cast this one on you.
Ah.
And when you have accomplished your deed, you can cast another.
Is there anyone who can read this arcane scribble?
What is it?
It is in Infernal.
Oh,
I
never
can't-
mind. Just kidding. As I look at it again, it looks like it's
Nothing
infernal.
ever
I
works
was
enough.
I was expecting arcane. I do apologize. This is
Nothing
infernal.
ever
I can
works
do this. I apologize.
Elephants not know how to write?
I kind of like embarrassingly
But
put
they
it in my
can
back.
Nothing's
obscure
even
fucking
celestial for Stanray's sake in this blasted temple.
I can cast this one on you and send you there, but
Before you send us there, just in case we end up somewhere we intend not to be, and I will warn you now, I'll take the form of Kebrut.
get root.
What in God's name?
Cow. Oh, you had access to
I can do it, okay.
it. Okay.
And so you guys see my regular... Whoa, hey, where did it
Sorry.
go?
Whoa, hey, whoa, whoa,
Whoa, hey, whoa,
hey,
there
you go.
hey, hey.
You see my regular form transform into this... my skin turns red, my hair seems to kind of crop itself, and as horns grow out of my my head, my hair becomes dark black, and my eyes turn a vibrant yellow. The clothes I'm wearing kind of turn almost into like this this dark leather overcoat over these fancy dress clothes, but all of them seem to be made of this this black leather that has almost like a reddish tinge of shine to it. My regular clothes, the underclothes under them becoming like this dark black, almost like a silky shirt, and then my teeth sharpen and my ears point. I'm like, there we go. Now we have at least an excuse to be here, or wherever we end up. Don't worry, it is still I, Quildrith.
Ooh.
How
ooh.
did you know how my inner fucking self views?
I had a hunch that you are
It's like, wait.
mistrusting.
I have a disguise kit. Let me see what I can.
Oh, I as well. Vinove, come here. I will disguise you as maybe some larger demon, if that is okay with you.
Is this really necessary?
I mean, do you wish to appear as yourself, a paladin of Sarenrae and the Nine Hells, or do you wish maybe to have a different form and give yourself more of a chance?
I was just going to wear a giant fucking cloak over myself.
Cloaks are good.
But you disguise Richard. Richard, you know yourself. You are a gleaming beacon of Sarenrae. In dark places, you will draw attention to us.
If I may,
Yes.
Hold on.
from what I understand, that where I will be sending you is, well, there's plenty of mortals around doing other nefarious things. Slave trade is lodged there, as well as necromancy and...
So we can just claim to be
Summoners.
selling Richard as a slave. Excellent. Sorry, necromancy and what?
Sure, whatever you say, father.
other...
Interesting note on Richard's father. Anybody paying attention?
well, it's like I said,
Yes, he was a prick.
necromancy,
Thank
slave
you.
trade, and...
Called it.
Necromancy and
Feeling all of you would
Summoners
get
of
along
devils.
with him.
summoners
Except
of devils.
Small one.
Now,
I like nice people, and even you're kind of growing on me.
is there anybody who wishes a disguise that me and Genevieve can grant you?
Oh, snap.
I do it. It looks like I'm about to turn away from you, and as I turn, I do a full turn, and by the end of it, I look like I don't know, the tiefling in a bard's garish outfit.
Okay.
How?
So if I say
Oh, so it's an illusion. Never mind.
Yes.
Yeah. It's,
Okay. And me, I am going to.
Do you wish
So quick-
assistance with your disguise kit so I can give you advantage?
I've got like a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
hat with a feather in it.
Yeah, I'll work on mine. So,
But you're
Uh,
still 9 feet tall.
I think I can hide that.
You can go 1 foot
Yeah, 1
shorter or
foot
taller, and given the fact that you're 10 feet, you are
Yeah.
a 9 foot tall tiefling.
You might want to try something, maybe a different type of devil. Do you know many? Can you do like a history check or intelligence check to see if he knows?
If he wants to.
can I?
just be a big fuck off tiefling. I don't see a problem with that.
Tiefling
Uh,
don't get that
tiefling
big.
get to-
Beholder.
Tiefling don't get that big.
you
No, I thought they did.
tieflings don't usually get that large. There are other devils you can disguise yourself as. One that pops out in particular is a bone devil.
Oh, those are
They are 10 feet
I
tall.
always thought I'd be a bone devil.
I knew I that just by looking at you.
Hold on 1 second here.
everyone else
I
is
left it
doing
at
that.
my
What do you need?
How do I do my?
I have Xanathar's that has devils in it.
It doesn't matter. I'm just
Okay.
gonna just hold that action.
Are you
I thought that
owning a
thought I could-
tiefling?
I didn't know that I couldn't disguise my height enough. I'll hold the action
Okay.
on that.
Well, you rolled it and you described it, so you can drop it if you want, but is that you're still gonna have to spend that spell slot.
So he's looking like a bone devil because he did the history check.
You can choose. I will. Can you alter yourself multiple times in this?
No, it's a single use.
Okay. Because of your history check, I will let you to choose either between a bone devil or the tiefling.
I'm just gonna drop it.
Okay.
The only thing I can think of to change into is a bone devil, and I can't imagine that soothing anyone's nerves.
You forget the devils are like angels in the hells. But don't worry, I'll see what I can do with my disguise kit if you want something just other than yourself.
I'll risk it. They said there's mortals there. I'd rather like it. See
Very
what
well.
we're up against if we can.
Excellent. And Zenevieve, would you like assistance or you have something in mind?
I'm gonna make myself look like a drow because all I need to do is paint my skin black.
Excellent idea.
I
If you
already
can
have the
lighten
white
your
hair.
hair at all, it is quite a nice, lovely light
I
green.
have white hair.
Can you roll your disguise? Can't remember if that's a.
What attribute you want it under?
Should be disguise
Dexterity
kit.
Or...
Yeah, there should be a dexterity kit.
No, it's so when she rolls it, you have to disguise. You have to decide whether she's using intelligence to come up with a disguise, or like dexterity to apply it correctly,
Or charisma
if
to
she's
play
trying
it
to-
off?
Yeah, and or like yeah.
Let's do charisma because you're making a simple disguise that you know. So we'll go with charisma about as far as performing the role.
Okay.
Okay. So you spend the next 15-20 minutes applying your disguise kit. Your skin becomes a dull gray as if it has not seen the sun in many years. You said you're not changing your hair color?
Yeah, because my hair's already white, so I'm just
Okay.
putting my skin black as possible to be a drow.
Yeah, you're almost as good at this as I am. What does your drow voice sound like?
Oh gosh, I didn't even think about that. Alright, like this. That sound good?
It sounds exactly the same as your normal voice, my dear. Think of something sinister. Think of something shaded. I've spent a long time among drow, and they seem to be a measured people.
Oh.
If nothing else, just see if you can elongate your words.
Why, yes. I... Oh no. Oh my goodness, I can't think of anything.
Actually, you've started down the path of breathiness. Not a terrible idea. Go breathy, elongated.
That's my voice!
I've gone a little breathier, but fantastic. I doubt they'll know the difference. You're great.
Oh gosh,
disguise.
I'll just be me without being anxious. I'll try to be like brave and
What is confidence, dear?
confidence. Thank you. Yeah, that. I'll use that.
All right. Well, I feel ready, as I'll ever be. Everyone else.
Should we find me a poncho?
Yes. Unfortunately. You said you had a hood.
You see
correct?
Yondir kind of rummage through some things, and she pulls out 4 large dark cloaks. One, they're all about the same size. Vinove, the one she hands you, will fit around your shoulders, although it'll be more like a short cape coming up to about your knees, but it would cover the armor that you're wearing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I put it, and as I raise the hood over my my head, my eyes, unbeknownst to me, start to glow a little bit.
So if you guys
Are
could
there
add
any,
dark
are
cloak
there
to
any
your
weird
inventory.
symbols on this cloak?
They are straight black.
Black cloak to our inventory.
Holocaust cloak.
You said Holocaust cloak?
Yeah, Princess Bride reference.
Jeez, I don't. Wait. Where in the Princess Bride is there a Holocaust?
No, he mentions it. He's like, I'll need a wheelbarrow, a Holocaust Coke, and a lantern.
Ah, okay. You know, you're
What's
right.
the name
I
of the
forgot.
cloak?
Holocaust.
Just a black.
Black.
Just a dark black cloak.
Oh, okay.
Before I put this over my cape, I make it billow. Just for giggles.
I was wondering when you were going to use that. You see before you just as Richard throws on his cloak in this swooping fashion and fastens it, the cloak kind of billows out as if there's some force underneath it pushing it out.
Oh, neat.
Dramatic.
So that still works.
Okay, is everyone ready?
As will ever be.
Yeah.
Oh.
We are.
If you could all stand in front of the desk, please.
Oh, before we go, does anybody have a safe place for this scroll? I feel like my backpack might not be secure enough in such a unsavory place.
Oh, do not keep it with me.
Who has the handy haversack, by the way?
The dick.
You said you were going to give us one, but you didn't say who you were giving it to.
I thought you
I
got
clap
it.
You know
my
what?
hands really
I
fast.
am the rich boy.
How
I
about
was-
this? We got it right here. Yandir, as she pulls out the scroll, preparing to read it. Oh, wait! She runs out of the room. For a few
And while
moments.
she's doing that, I clap my hands. Icarus! Where are you?
Oh, yes.
Come, Icarus!
Make a animal handling check.
Oh no.
Oh, he's my lucky ferret companion. He's the only one that sticks around.
Isn't he the one who's also gotten you into the most trouble?
Yeah, but he loves me.
With advantage. You could disadvantage natural 20. So she. Oh
How
no.
many
Yeah.
luck points did you have left? Just one, right?
Oh,
unlucky.
no!
She only had one left.
Hold on, everybody.
Okay,
Run.
alright.
Jess, did you have one unlucky
Yeah, I
point left?
had one unlucky point
Okay.
left.
So you still get your natural 20.
Okay.
I can't believe
Do
that.
I have
That
to
is
minus
insane.
the
That is-
unlucky point now? Or no?
Yes,
Yeah,
you can
so-
get rid of that last unlucky point.
Nice. Going into the house with no unlucky points. Good fucking
That
luck.
confirmed crit. Whew.
Yeah, fucking hell, right?
Right? Okay.
Oh, that was low too, like my animal. hand.
Yeah. You have a
So
plus two.
as you call out to Icarus, you hear this, and you actually realize that he's been chewing at the little bit of the little bit of fabric that is glued to your ankle for Saren Ray knows how long.
Oh, Icarus, you're so cute. Thank you, but that's not going anywhere. You're coming with me though, so I pick him up and I kind of stuff him in my side pack. You stay close. We're going to hell.
You hear,
Does he understand you?
Oh, he's smart. He's real smart. I mean, he survived around a dragon with his horde and full of cursed items and the Lich.
Wow. Quite the impressive.
yeah.
Yandir walks into the room at this point. Oh, I'm glad you said it right this time. Here I have a gift, and she holds out this. It seems to be a backpack.
I
What's that?
reach
What's
out.
it do?
What? Anything special about this? As I kind of look at the backpack.
Well, Simno used to be a bit of an adventurer before becoming keeper here, and he always told me that this came in very handy. I believe it's called a handy haversack.
Did you just make a pun, my dear?
It was pun intentional.
First step to recovery.
I feel like you might need it where you're going.
Who's gonna hold that one?
Does anyone volunteer to be the holder of the handy haversack?
I can carry quite a lot.
Um,
Weight is a concern, but I can hold on to a different.
So the
shouldn't
handy
go with-
haversack is like a smaller bag of holding. Essentially, I believe it carries 250 pounds as opposed to the